from Buffalo. This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in beautiful southern Washington in the great city of Ridgefield for Game 2 of this weekend series between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Northwest Star Nighthawks here at the Rourke. Thanks for joining us. A 6-1 victory yesterday for the Nighthawks, getting the win on Saturday. It's just a two-game series, so Ridgefield trying to even it up before we close out the weekend on Father's Day here in Ridgefield, and a day off tomorrow before we return to West Coast League play on Tuesday. 6-1 the final score. Good work by the Nighthawks pitchers yesterday. Christian Peters and Josiah Nickel holding these Ridgefield hitters who have been some of the best hitters around the league. In fact, the best offensive team around the league by most statistics in West Coast League play. And you had the Raptors yesterday, just 3 hits in the ball game, 1 run. They came on a solo homer by newcomer Patrick Stark. And now Ridgefield tries to warm up the bats and get things going for a new look lineup. After all non-league games, just switch around the starters and tinker with the lineups, have some fun, and get some experience in. And a different lineup here today for the Raptors. The starting pitcher tonight, or today, this afternoon, for Ridgefield will be Ryan Harvey, making his second appearance in a Raptors uniform. Comes from UCSB. The right-hander is the starting pitcher today. The starting lineup for Ridgefield, leading off and playing second base, John Peck out of Pepperdine University. Behind him and playing center field out of Oregon State is Micah McDowell. In the 3-hole and DHing for the first time this season is Caden Connor, the cleanup hitter, and first baseman Will Chambers, who did not play yesterday, didn't pitch either, even though he expected to perhaps do that. He'll be playing first base today, batting in the 5-hole, and the left fielder Tafton Hensley. Good to see him out there and healthy. Batting 6th and behind the dish, Dominic Enbody. Batting 7th, returning to the lineup and getting his first start at shortstop, the position he prefers and has the most experience in, Cody Darcy, that 7th. Then in the 8-hole, the third baseman, fresh off his home run yesterday in his debut, in his first at-bat as a Raptor, crushing one to left field, Patrick Stark out of Loyola Marymount. And in the 9-hole, playing right field for the first time out of San Jose State, is Reese Hernandez. There's the starting 9 as announced by Chris Cota, head coach for the Raptors. Now for Casey Dyer's crew and the Northwest Star Nighthawks, leading off, and the designated hitter today, Carter Monda. Nearly made a home run saving catch yesterday when he was playing in left field. He'll be the designated hitter today. He went 3 for 4 yesterday with a pair of doubles. Brooks Dyer, the coach's son, plays shortstop, bats second in the 3-hole, and playing third base, Jack Thompson was hanging out with his former Raptors teammates. He moves to the Nighthawks partway through the season, playing against the Raptors. Batting cleanup and at first base, Travis Helm out of Clark College. Also a Penguin from Clark College, batting 5th, Hector Infante, playing second base and facing his former team. Batting 6th out of Mount Hood Community College, Jacob Cobb, the catcher. Behind him, batting 7th and playing left field, also out of Clark College, is Nick Lorenza. Batting 8th from Linfield, the right fielder Ryan Camp. And batting 9th out of Clark College, Quadrice Teague, playing center field. How about the day yesterday for Carter Monda? Starting against Ridgefield, started out with a ground ball, got on board via an error, came around to score, and that ended up being a pretty good start for the Nighthawks when they went on to hold the Raptors to 1 run in the ballgame. Now Ridgefield tries to get off to a better start today, and Ryan Harvey takes the mound for the second time and the first time at the Rourke. And here's first pitch from Ryan, upstairs from the Gaucho of UCSB. He's 6'3" and 200 pounds, comes from Roseville, California. And now playing for the Ridgefield Raptors, facing Carter Monda, and the 1-0 pitch from Ryan Harvey is swung on, grounded back to him, and Harvey handles this one, and he'll underhand it to first. Will Chambers makes the put out 1 away. So in both games, last night and today, Carter Monda leads off and hits a ground ball back to the pitcher on both occasions. Yesterday, he ended up on third base after an error allowed him to advance all the way to third. This time, Ryan Harvey makes a clean catch and is able to make the easy throw. Jet Lotus had a tougher play yesterday. It was a chopper that went very high in the air. Foul back on the 2-hole hitter, Brooks Dyer, who was 1 for 3 yesterday. 1 out, nobody on, just getting things started here from the Rourke. Lotus had a ground ball yesterday in the very first play of the game that chopped about 20 feet in the air, and he had to sling it real fast and threw a bit wide at first and got off on the wrong foot. The Nighthawks ended up winning that game 6-1. Called strike, swung on by Brooks Dyer, I should say, out of Eastern Oregon University. Had 2 walks yesterday in addition to his 1 base hit. He's behind 0-2 with 1 out, and Harvey pounds a fastball just high in the zone. 1-2 from Ryan. Got the first out, 1-3 on the ground out. Yesterday, after that leadoff error that got Carter Monda aboard, he ended up being hit in on a single by Travis Helm, the cleanup hitter. This one's popped high in the air behind home plate. N-Body using his mask to shield his eyes and try to locate it, but he is unable to get there. It lands on the overhead screen in foul territory. Stays a 1-2 count with 1 out. Top of the first inning here from the Rourke. Will be getting situated and acquainted with this field again. 3 more home games to come in this upcoming week, and then the Raptors won't have to travel far for their next road trip following the Yakima Valley Series, which is here in Ridgefield. The Raptors will play the Portland Pickles down at Lentz Park on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday series this upcoming weekend. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Ryan Harvey. Comes from Roseville, California. Decided to play college ball about 7 hours south. A 410-mile road trip down 110 to go to Santa Barbara. Throws the 1-2 pitch to the backstop above the head of Dominic N-Body. Ball 2. Nobody on, 1 out, 2-2 count. A scoreless game so far. Just the second batter here of this contest. Harvey spent a couple years for the Gauchos playing for Andrew Checketts, now making a second appearance for the Raptors here in this summer of 2021. Swung on the 2-2 and out ahead of it, and he strikes out Brooks Dyer to get the first 2 batters away, and he's 1 out away from a 1-2-3 frame to open up this contest, but it's Jack Thompson to the plate, who went 1 for 2 yesterday, including an RBI single, and then followed that up with 3 walks in a row the rest of the way in that game, which the Nighthawks won 6-1. It was an odd game where the Nighthawks got out in front, and Ridgefield just didn't get the bats going. A rarity for the Raptors. First pitch, tails outside, 1-0 is the count from Ryan Harvey. Just 3 hits in the ball game, and only stranded 3 in the game, which is good compared to the 15 they had stranded, but you scored more runs when they had stranded 15 against the Bend Elks in that series sweep finale. A called strike from Ryan Harvey. It's 1-1's the count with 2 outs and nobody on base in the top of the first inning. The 1 run for the Raptors yesterday on a solo homer to left field by Patrick Stark. He's again in the starting lineup today. 1-1 pitch from Harvey upstairs. 2-1's the count from the 6'3", 200-pound right-hander. Turned 20 years old in February. He's an environmental studies major down at UCSB. A sophomore for the Gauchos. Has a 2-1 count. Swung on and missed it from Jack Thompson. Playing third base now is a 2-2 count for the Lewis and Clark Pioneer. Stands at 6 foot, 210 pounds. He led the Pios in batting average, home runs, doubles, and slugging percentage this spring. Had 6 long balls on the year for Lewis and Clark. 2-2 pitch to Jack, takes it on the outside corner and got him looking. Ryan Harvey strikes out 2 in a row. 1-2-3 frame to open up this ball game, and the Raptors start out on the right foot today, trying to even the weekend against the Nighthawks. It's the Northwest Star Nighthawks 0, and the Raptors coming up to bat in the bottom of the first inning.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, LaCenter, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
To the bottom of the first inning we go after a quick 1-2-3 flame by Ryan Harvey in the top of the first inning. Yesterday's game just lasting 2 hours and 20 minutes in a season where the Raptors have tended to have pretty lengthy games this year. A lot of runs, a lot of hits, a lot of dramatics in Raptors games so far. A few extra innings games as well. But yesterday being about the quickest game we've had all season long so far. 2 hours, 20 minutes in front of the biggest crowd we've had this season at the Rourke this year. Following up the 7-game homestand that opened up the year, Ridgefield comes back home for the first time in 9 days yesterday and gets 953 fans. Limited the fan attendance, and 953 is pretty good here for the summer of 2021. John Peck to lead off for Ridgefield in a scoreless tie, bottom of the first inning. Starting pitcher for the Nighthawks is Titus Oyen, and the left-hander deals a first pitch called strike to John Peck out of Pepperdine. Did not play yesterday. He's been in the starting lineup every game this season. Got the day off last night. He's batting .279 with 5 doubles on the year. Right-handed batter with the 0-1 count under the hands. 1-1 from Titus Oyen out of Vancouver and Skyview High School. Pitches for Clark College, making his second start for the Nighthawks this year. Went 3 innings against Yakima Valley earlier this year. 1-1 pitch from Oyen. Breaking ball hit up in the air, not too deep. The center fielder Quadrice Teague calls for it, and now it's the right fielder coming in. That's Ryan Camp who makes the play in right center field with his center fielder just off his hip, and the two players communicate, and Ryan Camp makes the catch. 1 away in the bottom of the first. No score yet in this ball game from the Rourke. Titus Oyen trying to do similar work that the Nighthawks did as a pitching staff yesterday, allowing just 3 hits. The win going to Josiah Nickel, who came in the 3rd inning. First pitch to Micah McDowell pops off the glove of Jacob Cobb, the catcher, but a called strike to Micah. Made his appearance for a first time in a Raptors uniform yesterday. And went 0 for 4, but gets to start again today. And gets the first at-bat of the day. Takes one inside. 1-1 is the count to Micah McDowell out of Alberta. The Canadian who has not been back to his home country since last year. Hopes to go back after this season is finished. He'll be with the Raptors all summer. 1-1 pitch to Micah is swung on the inside part and misses it. 1-2 is the count to Micah. 1 out, nobody on, no score in the bottom of the first inning. Micah takes a step out, takes a deep breath. Steps back in against Titus Oyen, who went those 3 innings against Yakima Valley, gave up just 1 run against the Pippins. 1-2 pitch from Titus, down low. 2-2 is the count with 1 out. 1 run, it was earned, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout against Yakima Valley. Now facing the Ridgefield Raptors for his second start. 2-2 pitch to McDowell, takes a swing and grounds it to first. High chopper, and the first baseman will have to hand it to the pitcher, who does not cover in time. Oyen is a bit late, and McDowell speeding down the line for an infield single and his first hit as a Raptor. And McDowell is aboard on first base as the first base runner for either team today. And that'll bring up Caden Connor to the plate. Batting .266 in West Coast League games, 0 for 3 yesterday. Did have a walk. And designated hitting for the first time this season. Usually been the right fielder with a few starts at center this year. Today it's Hernandez in right and McDowell in center. First pitch to Caden Connor. Just catches the upper outside part of the zone. 0-1 to Caden out of Cal State Fullerton. Has been leading the West Coast League in doubles the entire year. Has 7 of them on the season. He's got a man on first base with the outfield playing fairly deep to Caden. Left-hand batter against left-handed pitcher. Titus Oyen looks in, working out of the stretch for the first time, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back. 0-2 to Caden with 1 out. Runner on first, a scoreless tie in the bottom of the first inning. After Caden Connor will be Will Chambers, Tafton Hensley, Dominic Enbody, Cody Darcy, Patrick Stark, and Reese Hernandez. Oyen bending over as he looks in for the sign from Jacob Cobb. Comes set with the blue glove at his belt buckle. Pauses, looks at first, and comes with the 0-2 pitch. Tails outside. 1-2 the count on the 73-mile-an-hour breaking ball from Titus Oyen. Double check the pronunciation and asked him how you pronounce it. It is Oyen. He's 6'4", 180, a local kid. A Skyview Storm graduate on to Clark College. He's given up one hit in his first two batters face. Now facing Caden Connor. Biggest hole in the outfield is to right center for Caden. Has a 1-2 count upcoming, and he steps out. No pitch on the play. Time was called right as Oyen was going into his delivery. The pitch was over the plate, perhaps a bit high, but Caden Connor was stepping out of the batter's box as it was coming in. Time was called, and Oyen still released it, but no pitch. And it'll stay a 1-2 count to Caden. Runner on first. McDowell taking a medium-sized lead over at first. Ridgefield in the red uniforms today. 1-2 pitch is hit over the shortstop's head and a land in left center field. The left fielder cuts it off. Lorenza McDowell tries to go first to third, and he will get there standing up. A one-out single for Caden Connor. And the Raptors have runners on the corners with just one out. Good run by McDowell to get to third base. And that puts two runners aboard, and who better to have at the plate is Will Chambers. Got the day off yesterday. Not only playing today, but playing in the field. He's had a few games at first base this season, but mostly the designated hitter. Interestingly enough, Caden Connor gets the DH and Will Chambers at first base. Caden does have some experience at first, not in the West Coast League, but he played some first base down in Fullerton this year. But they'll put him in the DH and Will Chambers at first, where he's also experienced. College of the Canyons, he'll pitch some as well, but it's his bat, that's his calling card. And an RBI opportunity for Will Chambers, who is leading the West Coast League, and runs batted in. He's got runner on third and McDowell, runner on first and Caden Connor. One out, no score, bottom of the first. Titus Oyen out of the stretch, looking at the runner at first. A breaking ball on the first delivery, drops into the zone for strike one to Will Chambers. A switch hitter. Has been hitting well as a left-hander, getting more experience lately, batting lefty. But says lately he's been feeling better batting right-handed. Waving the bat around, and the 0-1 pitch is down in the dirt. Good block by Jacob Cobb to prevent the run. Yesterday, the Nighthawks taking an early lead in the top of the first inning, and they never trailed after that. Meanwhile, the Raptors threatening to take their own lead in the first inning here on Father's Day. 1-1 count to Will Chambers with one out. Here comes Titus Oyen, swung on and went over that one on the 82-mile-an-hour offering from Titus Oyen. Will Chambers with a 1-2 count with one out. Will Valverde, California, rooming with Micah McDowell this summer in the same host family. He's got his roommate out on third base, so throw down to first, and Connor dives back. So a pair of roommates just getting acquainted with each other within the last week. Micah said he likes living with Will so far. They're getting along well. And now one roommate can score the other here if Will Chambers can get one to the outfield. One out, and a 1-2 pitch upcoming from Titus Oyen, and now he steps off the rubber. And Will Chambers steps out of the batter's box. Oyen got the first batter out in this inning, a fly out to open it up, but then a pair of singles and put runners on the corners with one out. Here comes Oyen with the 1-2 pitch inside, and runs the count even at 2-2 here in the bottom of the first innings. Hafton Hensley on deck, so two batters in a row in this lineup, the 4 and 5 hole hitters, both from the same college. Two-year institution down in Santa Clarita, College of the Canyons. And Will Chambers has a 2-2 count, swings, and just got a piece of it, a foul ball. Chambers took a big cut of that one and spun around, did get a nick of it, and stays alive. 2-2's the count. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the first. No score yet from Ridgefield. A few non-league games going on yesterday as well, and Ridgefield not the only one to play non-league and not the only one to lose. It was the Highline Bears beating Walla Walla yesterday, 7-6, while Yakima Valley defeated Cascade Collegiate 9-3. Some more non-league games going on today as well. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Titus Oyen at the upper part and just above the zone. Runs the count full with runners in first and third. One out, bottom of the first inning and no score. Outfield playing deep. Big hole in right center field. Infield playing at normal depth. The full count pitch. Chambers chops it foul. The runner was going from first with one out. Caden Connor running down to second. Micah McDowell holding put at third base. We'll see another payoff pitch upcoming from Titus Oyen out of Clark College versus a batter from College of the Canyons. Seventh pitch of the at-bat upcoming with runners on the corners. Titus Oyen now throws down to first. One out. Pair of singles in this first inning. Already Ridgefield on the precipice of recording as many hits this inning as they did all yesterday's game. 3 hits in the day yesterday. Here's another payoff pitch. Chambers again fouls it off. We'll see 8 pitches in this plate appearance for Will Chambers, who did not have an at-bat yesterday, got the day off, and now making his money's worth here in the batter's box for the Raptors. Wearing the red uniforms today, white pants, white caps. The Nighthawks in their black uniforms, gray pants, and black caps here at the Rourke. A sunny day for a Sunday afternoon game. Another payoff pitch. Breaking ball is upstairs, and it is ball 4 to Will Chambers, who works an 8-pitch walk to load the bases. Ridgefield yesterday had 3 hits and 1 walk in the ball game. Here in this first inning, they've got 2 hits and 1 walk already. Tafton Hensley to the plate, bases loaded, 1 out for Tafton. Looking for his first hit after his return. Came back yesterday to get his first start after spending some time off, just nursing the hamstring, but he seems good to go now. First game since June 8th yesterday. First pitch is down low, ball 1 from Titus Oyen. Bases are loaded with Raptors. It's Caden Connor at second base. In front of him is Micah McDowell. 90 feet behind him, Will Chambers. 1 out in the inning, bottom of the first. The Raptors trying to take the lead and break the scoreless tie. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hensley. Chops it to the shortstop. Dyer fields will underhand to second. The throw down to first is not in time, and it is an RBI fielder's choice as Hector Infante, the second baseman, threw down and made a good throw to first, but the former Raptor was just not quite in time to get Hensley for what would have been an inning-ending double play. But Hensley is aboard. And coming down the line to score for his first time as a Raptor is Micah McDowell. And it's the Raptors leading 1-0. Will Chambers thrown out at second. Hensley at first, Caden Connor at third. Dominic Enbody to the plate with runners on the corners and 2 outs. A 1-0 ball game as Oyen lifts the knee and then goes to first to throw a soft lob down to first, and Hensley gets back. An RBI for Tafton. His first run batted in. He was having a good season just to start and took some games off, but back in full swing. Pitch on the outside corner to Dominic is called a strike. He did start yesterday as the designated hitter. He puts the mask on today and is playing catcher. He's been batting .333 in league games. Went 0 for 3 yesterday against the Nighthawks. It's behind 0-1 with 2 outs. A 1-0 lead for Ridgefield. Titus Oyen throws the 0-1, and it's fouled into the body of Dominic, who comes out of University of Antelope Valley. Second season as a Raptor, wears number 10, just like he did a couple years ago. He's got 2 doubles on the year and 21 at-bats. Hitting left-handed against Titus Oyen, who's allowed 1 run in on a pair of singles, a walk and a fielder's choice. 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and blooped into the shallow left field side, and the third baseman, Jack Thompson, makes the catch in foul territory. That ends the inning. 2 hits and 1 walk. 2 left on and 1 run in on the inning. Ridgefield takes a 1-run advantage as we head to the top of the second inning. It's the Raptors 1 and the Nighthawks 0.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
It's a 1-0 ball game here in Ridgefield, with the Raptors scoring one run off of a pair of singles. Micah McDowell gets the rally started. Caden Connor advancing him on a single of his own. Will Chambers a walk to load the bases, and Tafton Hensley gets the RBI on a fielder's choice. Now, Ryan Harvey started this game and was expected, I think, to just go a little bit, not too long. And in fact, he'll go just one inning. He's done for the day, and it was a good one inning. 2 strikeouts, a 1-2-3 inning, and that's it for Ryan Harvey out of UCSB. Did his work, got a little run in. No need to test the arm and tire him too much. We may see him in the Yakima Valley series as well, which starts Tuesday. So Ryan Harvey goes 1 inning, no runs allowed, no hits, 2 strikeouts, no walks. He will not factor into the decision most likely, and following him up on the mound, making a second appearance as a Ridgefield Raptor out of the University of Washington, is Thomas Blayhouse. Thomas, a left-hander, comes in the second inning, has a 1-0 lead. Just joined the team for the first time in Bend, coming down from Seattle, where he drove in and just got there a day before the Bend series started. And when he came in with the team, he hadn't even touched a baseball basically in 5 days. Just kind of busy wrapping things up and traveling down, and finally got some run and made an appearance in the Bend series during an 11-8 win against the Elks. First pitch here at the Rourke for Thomas Blayhouse is a ball. Didn't miss by much to the leadoff man Travis Helm as we get the top of the second inning underway. Ridgefield leading 1-0 in this contest, and Thomas Blayhouse on the mound. The southpaw offers a 1-0 pitch. That is a called strike, 1-1, as called by home plate umpire Mark Allen. In the field today is David Valley. 1-1's the count to the leadoff man Travis Helm, playing first base, had 3 RBIs yesterday. Blayhouse fires one up high. 2-1's the count from Thomas. Pitched 1 inning in that Bend Elks series. That was 3 days ago. Ridgefield winning that game, and all 3 down in Central Oregon. Thomas, at first, it looked like he was going to pitch a scoreless inning. Finally, in the very last pitch of the frame, as this one's fouled off the bat of Helm. 2-2's the count. A single that scored 2 runs and then an out on the base paths, so it ended the inning. So he technically was charged with 2 earned runs, 1 hit on the frame. He gave up 3 walks to get himself in some trouble, but got out of it. Also struck out 1 batter. Here's the 2-2 pitch, runs inside. Full count from Thomas Blayhouse to the first man he faces, Travis Helm out of Clark College, playing first base today. The cleanup hitter who's leading off the second inning here on a beautiful, slightly windy, pretty warm day in southern Washington. Here's the payoff pitch from Blayhouse, is up high off the mitt of Dominic Enbody, and a leadoff walk for Travis Helm, first base runner that the Nighthawks have gotten on board today. That'll bring up Hector Infante facing the Raptors. He made 2 appearances for Ridgefield, although neither of them here on this field. He traveled with the team to Yakima Valley, getting called up from the Nighthawks roster, and played well for Ridgefield in a much-needed moment. Ridgefield had not gotten all the players in from all their colleges yet, and so Hector providing some much-needed depth at the time. Hector out of Clark College takes a first-pitch ball. 1-0 is the count to Hector. Playing second base today for the Nighthawks, and played in 2 different games against the Yakima Valley Pippins up at the Orchard in Yakima. Traveled with the team just for that one road trip and back with the Nighthawks. There's a 1-0 pitch inside 2-0. Runner on first, nobody out. Top of the second inning. The Raptors taking a 1-0 lead after the first inning. Hector came in as a pinch runner partway through the middle game of that series. And then when the game went to extra innings, he got called upon to hit in the 10th inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch is down. 3-0 is the count from Thomas Playhouse. Wasn't expecting to need to hit, but game went into extras, and so the lineup turned over, came around to him, and he had a runner on first, so he laid down a sac bunt, a successful one in the 10th inning, and then the game kept going. They ended up scoring a run, the Raptors did in that inning, but then gave up one in the bottom half. 3-0 pitch is inside, and Hector Infante draws a 4-pitch walk. 2 straight base on balls to open up this second inning. Tying run at second for the Nighthawks. Dominic Enbody trots out to have a little discussion with Thomas Playhouse, who walked 3 in that first appearance he made, and a single is what got him out of it. The runner on first tried to go first to third and got thrown out. Playhouse had 2 outs with the bases loaded, gave up a single that scored 2. And then that single ended the inning against Bend, and then that was his 1 inning of work. Ridgefield went on to win that game, and now comes out for his second inning in a Raptors uniform this season. It's runners in first and second. Next hitter's Jacob Cobb. This one inside to Jacob. 1-0 is the count. He did not play yesterday. He's the catcher today. Comes from Portland and Mount Hood Community College. Infante also had another at-bat in the 11th inning against Yakima Valley and hit the ball well, flew out to right field, and then pitched in the next game. 1-0 pitch is on the inside corner. 1-1 from Thomas Playhouse. Infante pitched 3 innings for Ridgefield against Yakima Valley, allowed just 1 earned run, and actually was an emergency pitcher yesterday. Didn't come in, but he was on the list as a if necessary, if we need an extra arm, but Infante was not needed. 1-1 pitch is down low from Thomas. Runners in first and second. A 2-1 count. No outs. Top of the second inning. Ridgefield leading 1-0 over the Nighthawks in a non-league affair here from the Rourke. These 2 non-league games bookended by days off. Ridgefield, a travel day, got back early Friday morning, did not play Friday night, then played yesterday and then today, and no game tomorrow. 2-1 pitch from Playhouse, swung on and hit to second base. John Peck fields on 2 hops, throws to second. The throw down to first is in time. A double play, 4-6-3. John Peck to Cody Darcy. Part of his first double play as a shortstop this year, and a twin killing to record the first 2 outs of this frame. 2 away here in the second inning. Good play by Cody Darcy, playing just his 3rd inning at shortstop this year. He got 1 inning earlier in the West Coast League, but has primarily been the 3rd baseman this season, but he prefers shortstop. That's where he's played most of his baseball career. Thomas Playhouse offers to Nick Lorenza, and a called strike to Nick, plays for Clark College. Thomas Playhouse, after walking the first 2, gets a double play ball, and not an easy double play because that ball took a long time to get to John Peck, but he made an accurate throw. And Darcy with a quick turn. The 0-1 pitch swung on and tipped into the glove off the bat of Nick Lorenza, out of local kid. Lorenza, who is the left fielder today, went to Fort Vancouver High School, is behind 0-2 with 2 outs, tying run at third base here in the top of the second inning. The pitch from Playhouse just missing. Enbody thought it was a strike. Would have been strike 3 to end the frame. Popped out of his crouch, but just misses, and it's 1-2. Still 1 strike away from ending the frame. 2 outs, runner on third. Playhouse trying to close out the frame and work around the pair of walks to start out this inning. 1-2 pitch, up and out. Ball 2. 2-2 from Thomas. Travis Helm advanced to third on that double play, so he's 90 feet away from tying this ball game. Ridgefield scored 1 in the bottom of the first inning and leading 1-0. Playhouse working out of the stretch. The southpaw comes set. Looks in, kicks, and fires the 2-2 pitch. Popped up on the right side, and this will hang and land onto the cement beyond the right field line. 2-2 is the count still as Thomas Playhouse has 2 outs. We'll have to work a bit harder to get Nick Lorenza out of Clark College. Infield playing straight up, outfield fairly deep. 2-2 pitch up by the letters and runs the count full to Lorenza. On deck is Ryan Camp out of infield. Right-handed batter against left-handed pitcher in Thomas Blayhouse, working from the third base side of the rubber. Comes set with the tan glove at his belt buckle and readies for the payoff pitch with 2 outs. Here comes Blayhouse up high, and he's walked his third batter of the inning, but still only has runners on the corners thanks to the double play earlier from Peck to Darcy to Chambers. And Ryan Camp to the plate out of Linfield, had his debut yesterday for the Nighthawks. First game of the season, did not get a hit. And now looking for not only his first hit, but an RBI here to tie the game. If the right fielder can get something good through the infield. 2 outs, runners on the corners, a 1-0 lead for the Raptors. Thomas Blayhouse comes set, still out of the stretch, and first pitch, a breaking ball that's up high. 1-0 is the count from Thomas. Has only given up 1 hit on that first appearance in 1 inning, and no hits here today. And now he'll get a mound visit from Chris Cota, head coach, taking his first visit of the ball game. Nobody up and throwing in the Raptors bullpen right now, so Blayhouse will have the chance to finish this second inning and a chance to do it in scoreless fashion if he gets Ryan Camp out. 2 outs, runners in the corners. A 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Harvey to start out this game, and Blayhouse comes in the second. A day off tomorrow, so bullpen a chance to rest and then start out the Yakima Valley series as the Raptors trying to get some redemption against the Pippins and get some redemption here today as well. Losing 6-1 yesterday, but they lead over the Nighthawks right now, 1-0, top of the second inning. 1-0 count from Blayhouse, who's now ready to go. Swung on and missed, throw down to first, and close to getting the runner back at first. Lorenza dove back in time, but a good throw from end body to test Lorenza. Would have ended the inning on a back pick, but just does get back. It's 1-1 as Blayhouse follows up the mound visit with a good throw in the zone that misses the barrel of Ryan Camp. Right-handed batter has a 1-1 count with runners on the edges. 2 outs, swings and misses again. 1-2 is the count from Thomas Blayhouse. The mound visit worked. He was behind 1-0. Then the mound visit, then 2 straight strikes with 2 outs. Micah McDowell playing a pretty deep center field. The ball carrying yesterday pretty well. 1 home run to left field yesterday. Here's a 1-2 pitch. The runner goes from first, swung on and sliced foul. Out of play into the adjoining turf baseball field behind us here at the Rourke. Stays 1-2 the count with 2 outs. No hits yet in the inning for the Nighthawks. 2 hits in that first inning for Ridgefield. They lead 1-0 to the Raptors. In their third non-league game of the season. Well, the Nighthawks have 3 wins over West Coast League teams this year. Blayhouse being told by N-Body, step off the mound. Let's readjust and make sure we got the calls correct. Now Blayhouse back on the rubber, comes set. 1 ball and 2 strike pitch upcoming. Throws, swung on and sliced down the right field line, but foul. And again, we'll keep the count at 1-2 with 2 outs. Tying run at third base. A go-ahead run at first here early in this ball game between the Raptors and the Nighthawks. Beautiful day for baseball at the Rourke, and not the last chance you'll have to come watch some baseball here in Ridgefield. More home games starting Tuesday. 1-2 pitch from Blayhouse in the zone and cut on and missed by Ryan Camp. Thomas Blayhouse works around 3 walks in the inning and does not allow a run. Some good defense helping him out on the double play. No runs in yet in the ball game for the Nighthawks and no hits either. They strand 2 in the inning with 1 strikeout along the way. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. It's the Raptors 1 and the Nighthawks 0.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
Welcome back to the Rourke here for a good day for baseball from Ridgefield and a good day for the Raptors so far. They lead 1-0 as we prepare for the bottom of the second inning. Cody Darcy will lead us. A 1-0 lead for Ridgefield, getting 1 run on 2 hits in the first. And the Raptors will bring up the 7, 8, and 9-hole hitters yesterday. 2 of those guys did not play yesterday as the Raptors have some more depth and the non-league game to tinker with the lineups. Cody Darcy and Reese Hernandez getting the day off yesterday. Patrick Stark, meanwhile, played yesterday. He's in the on-deck circle, and it was his first game as a Raptor. Just joined the team out of Redondo Union High School, headed to Loyola Marymount for his freshman year this upcoming season. Hit a home run to left field. He's in the on-deck circle behind Cody Darcy, who leads off the second inning. Right-handed hitter against Titus Oyen, a southpaw for the Nighthawks. Darcy steps in and prepares for the first pitch of the second inning. Oyen out of the windup and throws one outside, ball 1 to Cody Darcy. Playing shortstop today, which he says he likes a million times better than third base, although he's played well at third this season, as Ridgefield has a good number of middle infielders on the roster. 1-0 pitch, he grounds it hard to the third baseman, but Thompson fields on 2 hops, throws low to the first baseman, and Darcy takes a turn to second, slips, and now he will dive into second safely. Darcy gets to second on an error by the third baseman throwing low. He took a big tumble around first base as Darcy got to first, saw the throw going wide, and started to run to second, and just his cleat slipped and completely went down to the turf. He seems to be okay, although it took him a little while to get up. He had just bought new cleats the other day. They're white Nike Vapors. He's not wearing those today. He's wearing black cleats, and I don't know. He seems to be okay. That's the most important thing. Cody Darcy at second base for a leadoff base runner, E5 on the play. That brings up Patrick Stark. He hammers one to left field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Cut off by the left fielder Lorenza, who throws in to keep Darcy at third. Runners on the corners with nobody out for the Raptors. First pitch swinging from Patrick Stark, who wasted no time yesterday. A second pitch home run for Patrick. Just the second pitch he saw in his Raptors career. And he took it to left field for a home run. This time he again pulls the ball to left field for a more modest hit, but nonetheless a good one, a productive one, and a single for Patrick, who's now 2 for 4 in his Raptors career. Cody Darcy advances to third on the play. Runners on the corners, nobody out. A 1-0 lead for the Raptors as Reese Hernandez takes a first pitch strike from Titus Oyen. Hernandez getting the start in right field today. First time that he's played the 9 position this season. Did not play yesterday. Returns to the starting lineup where he's played well this year. The 0-1 pitch to Reese is hit towards the shortstop. Dyer goes over and makes the grab, and the runners hold. 1 out here in the second inning. Little looper that Dyer ran over, and the coach's son makes the catch. 1 out in the second inning. We go back to the top of the order as John Peck comes up to the plate. John Peck, who flew out to right field in his first at-bat. That was just last inning. Hitting .279 on the year. Peck swings at the first one, a breaking ball that he gets out in front of and fouls it to the dugout of the Raptors on the third base side. Also the dugout for the Ridgefield High School Spudders and their head coach Nick Allen, who's the assistant coach here with the Raptors for his second season. with the West Coast League. 0-1 is the count to John Peck with runners in the corners and one out. Titus Oyen back to the stretch where he pitched a lot out of in the first inning with runners getting on and loading the bases. Throws down to first as Oyen, the Clark College southpaw, who gave up a couple base hits in the first inning, a walk and a run scored, with Micah McDowell crossing the plate for the first time in his Raptors career. 0-1 pitch to John Peck is under the hands. 1-1 is the count to the Pepperdine Wave. One out, runners in the corners, a 1-0 lead for the Raptors. John Peck adjusting the batting helmet, waves the bat around as Titus Oyen crouches, looks in, now comes set for the 1-1. Oyen comes to the plate, swung on and fouled and ricocheting down the first baseline. Runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beautiful area in Ridgefield, went over to Ridgefield High for the first time, and great look out at Mount St. Helens in left center field of the softball venue. Ridgefield High plays their baseball games here at the Rourke. Head coached by Nick Allen. They went 11-5 and won the league championship this year. And now the Ridgefield Raptors trying to use some of that mojo and win their own league championship playing at the same venue. 1-2 pitch to John Peck. Actually a throw down to first from Titus Oyen, and getting back to first is Patrick Stark, fresh off his single moments ago. Cody Darcy on third base, 1 out. Ridgefield trying to extend the 1-0 lead. Oyen preparing for the 1-2 pitch. Works John Peck, who hits one high in the air and not deep. It's on the infield and tailing towards foul territory in right field, and the right fielder makes the catch. Ryan Camp pulls in. Darcy will head to the plate, and he scores with a head-first dive. Cody Darcy comes in from third on a foul out to right field that Ryan Camp made the catch on and couldn't make the throw in time to get Cody Darcy, who scores the second run of the game, and give John Peck an RBI on the play. Fouled out this time, both times in his at-bats, caught by the right fielder, who, it was tough to tell if that ball was going to land fair. If he knew it was going to land foul, which I think it just barely would have gotten foul had he let it land. Could have, if he wanted to, let it land foul on purpose just so that Darcy couldn't run home. But it was near the line. Next up for the Raptors is Micah McDowell. First pitch outside to the Oregon State Beaver. Now runner on first, 1 run in the inning, 2 runs in the ball game for the Raptors. We stand in the bottom of the second inning. McDowell singled in the first inning. Now takes another pitch outside corner. 1-1's the count to Micah. 1 for 5 now in his Raptors career with the single last inning. Came around to score. A career 200 hitter for Oregon State. Has played 2 years for the Beavers and got 20 starts this spring. 1-1 from Oyen is swung on and missed it from McDowell, left-hand hitter and today's center fielder for the Raptors. Wears jersey number 3, which has been well-traveled in the Raptors' career so far this season. Aiden Hunt wore it briefly for Ridgefield. Never appeared in a game at a Ridgefield High. Then Hector Infante wore it. Now he's playing second base against the Raptors. And now it's Micah McDowell's jersey number. Outside in the 1-2 pitch. Runs the count even, 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first. A 2-0 lead for the Raptors in the bottom of the second inning. Hector Infante going from the Raptors roster back to the Nighthawks. And so he vacates his jersey number 3, and Micah McDowell joins the team and takes it. Takes the 2-2 pitch and checks his swing towards the on-deck man, and Caden Connor just barely missed Caden, and it keeps the count even at 2-2. He only went about a quarter of the way around, and it just glanced off the bat of Micah McDowell and went almost directly in a 90-degree angle from the pitching mound to home plate, and then a right angle towards Caden Connor from the left-hand hitter of Micah McDowell. Another 2-2 pitch from Titus Oyen upcoming after time is called by Mark Allen, home plate umpire. McDowell steps out, comes back in with the 2-toned wooden bat, orange near the handle and gray on the barrel. 2-2 pitch from Oyen is in the dirt, blocked by Jacob Cobb, the catcher, and keeps the runner at first. 1 on, 2 out. Ridgefield scoring 1 run in each of the first 2 innings today. Taking a 2-0 lead, and Micah McDowell trying to go 2 for 2 in the ballgame. Has a full count from Titus Oyen. The payoff is swung on and fouled back, and we'll see the 7th pitch of this plate appearance. Patrick Stark, the runner at first. He'll have a chance to go on the pitch upcoming here, not being held on at first, and Stark will be running on the delivery from Oyen, who comes set. The lefty deals 3-2, breaking ball again, check swing, and second time in this at-bat that McDowell has fouled one on the third base side on a quarter swing. Yeah, maybe went around a third of the way, wherever it is. He started to swing and fouls it off to stay alive. The lefty back into the batter's box and will face pitch number 8 in this at-bat. With 2 outs, here it comes, and it is on the bottom part of the zone to McDowell's surprise, and that ends the inning for strike 3. Well, Ridgefield scores 1 in the frame on a single, 1 error, 1 flyout, and RBI to John Peck, and that is the inning. It's a 2-0 lead for the Raptors. We head to the top of the 3rd inning.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Both of the first 2 innings going identically in their final margin so far. Northwest Star Nighthawks scoring 0 in both the first 2 innings, while the Ridgefield Raptors scoring 1 in both the first 2 innings. Thus, a 2-0 lead for the Raptors with 3 hits in the ballgame. Thomas Blayhouse returns to the mound out of University of Washington. Thomas threw a scoreless inning, a fun inning, a dramatic inning, relatively as dramatic as it can get for a scoreless inning. He walked 3 in the frame, stranded 2, allowed no runs, no hits, struck out the final batter to end the frame, got a 4-6-3 double play in the middle of that inning to help him out, and now he comes back for his 2nd inning on the mound today, 3rd inning on the season. First time that he's played at the Rourke. Plays for Lindsey Meggs and the University of Washington Huskies, and now comes to the southern portion of the Evergreen State to play for the Ridgefield Raptors, and he has not yet played at this stadium. His 1 appearance on the season was down at Vince Genna Stadium in Bend, Oregon. First pitch of the inning showing bunt is Quadrice Teague. He pulls back and takes a ball. Quadrice out of Clark College, played center field yesterday and returns to center today. He went 0 for 3 at the plate last night with a walk and a run scored. The 1-0 pitch to Quadrice, nearly clipping him on the shoulder. He pulls away from it, and the 5'7", 175-pound right-hand hitter has a 2-0 count from Thomas Blayhouse. The outfield playing pretty deep to Quadrice, and infield is straight up. Right-hand batter takes one. 3-0 is the count from Thomas Blayhouse, who walked 3 batters, a 4-pitch walk that put runners in first and second. He walked the first 2 batters, then got a double play. Got him into a 2 outs runner on third situation, then walked another guy to put runners in the corners, and then struck out the next guy. So all's well that ends well. But he's behind 3-0 this inning and throws one up high. Ball 4 from Thomas. So 4-pitch walk to open the 3rd inning, but he'll probably just get a double play in a moment. We'll be all good. Or, you know, you never know. Can't count on that. Want to get in the zone, I'm sure is what the coaches are saying, but I'll be optimistic. Carter Monda to the plate, grounded out to the pitcher in this first at-bat. He also grounded back to the pitcher yesterday, got on board via an error, followed that up with a couple doubles. He scored 3 times. Monda, a first pitch strike from Thomas Blayhouse, who gets ahead 0-1 the count. Carter had a double in the third inning, a hit by pitch in the fifth, scored both of those times. So he scored his first 3 times around, then doubled with an RBI in the sixth. Swings and grounds back to the pitcher. Blehaus fumbles it and now will go to first. Had a chance at a double play, but after fielding it on the transfer, he dropped it out of his glove. And by that point, when he picked it back up, he couldn't go to second. Teague slides in, so he goes to first. Still not a bad play. Could have been a twin killing to fulfill the prophecy, but nonetheless gets 1 out in the frame, and Carter Monda has grounded out 1-3 on both of his at-bats. 1 out, runner in scoring position, Quadrice Teague to second base. Brooks Dyer checks his swing and hits it foul on the first base side. He had the pitch up by the hands and only went a quarter way around, and it nearly hit his batting gloves, just clips off the bat, and is strike 1 from Thomas Blehaus. A 2-0 lead for the Raptors, and Blehaus still yet to allow a hit, but he's allowed 4 base runners, all via walks. 0-1 the count from the Washington Husky. Breaking ball that doesn't quite get in at 77 miles an hour. Evens the count at 1-1. The wind blowing in out towards right field today at moderate velocity on a sunny day here on a Sunday afternoon. Thomas Blehaus kicks out of the stretch and misses upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out, runner on second. 2-0 is the lead for the Raptors, trying to even up this weekend pair of ball games against the Nighthawks. Ridgefield already with 3 hits in the ball game, evening their number from last night. 2-1 pitch from Thomas Blehaus is a bit outside. His battery mate Dominic Enbody catching it and gives him a nod of encouragement. You got this, as he throws the ball back. Defensive alignment for the Raptors as Enbody behind the plate. Patrick Stark at third, Cody Darcy at short, John Peck, the second baseman. Will Chambers is the first baseman. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Blehaus. Is outside, and now there's runners on first and second. Brooks Dyer at first. Quadrice Teague holds at second, and the 3-hole hitter Jack Thompson to the plate. Struck out looking against Ryan Harvey to open up this game. Harvey, who started, went 1 inning, got all 3 batters he faced out with 2 strikeouts, and then Thomas Blehaus has been pitching since then. Has now walked 5 so far, but allowed no runs, and throws the first pitch strike to Jack Thompson. With 1 out, runners in first and second, tying run at first for the Nighthawks. Thompson playing third base today. Went 1 for 2 yesterday with 3 walks. Thomas Blehaus trying to make sure he doesn't give up another walk to Thompson, who he's not faced before, but evens the count now. 1-1 from Thomas Blehaus. Ridgefield scoring 1 run in each inning. The Nighthawks yet to score. 2-0 is the mark right now. Blehaus peering in, working out of the stretch. Comes set, turns the shoulder to second to look at Quadrice Teague. Now comes to the plate, swung on and missed by Jack Thompson. And it's 1-2 from Thomas Blehaus. Thomas, a third-generation Husky, pitching for UW. Didn't play in 2020 or this season, but plans to get some playing time before too long and get some experience here in the West Coast League. 1-2 pitch, just misses outside. 2-2 is the count. He's from Woodway, Washington. Thomas stands at 6'3", 230, sophomore lefty out of Edmonds Woodway High School. There's runners in first and second. 2-2 pitch upcoming with 1 out from Thomas Blehaus. The lefty deals, hit high in the air, and it will get out of play behind home plate. Keeps the count at 2-2, a 2-0 lead for Ridgefield. Blehaus trying to work around a couple walks, gave up 3 last inning, but got out of it. A Ridgefield pitching staff that has allowed the most walks this season, but has a penchant for getting out of it. 2-2 pitch ripped into right field. First base hit of the ball game for the Nighthawks. Coming up, throwing is Hernandez, and they'll hold Teague at third. So no throw in to the plate, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Jack Thompson, a 1-out single. Moves Brooks Dyer to second, Teague to third. Bases juiced, 1 away. Tying run at second base. And finally a hit in the ball game for the Nighthawks, who led the game early yesterday. Took a 6-1 win last night on 7 hits compared to 3 base hits for the Raptors. Today the script has been flipped. 3 hits compared to 1, the Raptors leading, and a 2-0 lead on the scoreboard. Next batter is Travis Helm, cleanup hitter. Fouls one on the first pitch. Up high on the first base side. 0-1 to Travis, who walked in the second inning. Had 3 RBIs yesterday by 3 different methods of runs batted in. A hit, a sac fly, and a walk. All 3 of them putting a run in. 0-1 pitch from Blayhouse with the bases loaded. Swung on and fouled off in nearly an identical position on the screen. Blayhouse, after walking 2 this inning, has now gotten ahead 0-2 to Travis Helm, who plays for Clark College. The first baseman in an 0-2 hole. Right-handed batter against southpaw of Thomas Blayhouse. Thomas deals the 0-2, swung on and hit at the plate. It bounces into fair territory, end body fields. The catcher goes back to home plate to step on it for the force out. No other throw available, as it was a high chopper that took a long time to fall into the mid of end body. He had to retreat a couple steps back to home plate. Got the force out, and now 2 away and no runs in. So an unassisted ground out. And Travis Helm gets to first base on the fielder's choice. Thompson to second, Brooks Dyer to third. It's still a 2-0 ball game. The Raptors on top. And a ball down and away to Hector Infante. Had a couple runners on. We had a big at-bat in the 11th inning in Yakima when he was playing for the Raptors. He flew out to right field. Hector, a chance here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 1-0 pitch from Blayhouse is up high by the letters, 2-0. Hector has an interesting batting stance. He holds the bat aloft with the barrel facing downwards over his shoulder. I've asked him once if he models that batting stance after anyone, and he said simply, nope, just came up with it myself. The barrel almost along his back, and now he holds it up parallel to the ground on the 2-0 pitch, swings and fouls it back into the netting. 2-1 from Hector. Now playing for the Nighthawks against the Raptors, his former team. Officially in the box score, he went 0 for 1 on the season with the Raptors with a sac bunt. And 3 innings of pitching with 1 earned run. Now playing for the Nighthawks for the first time this weekend. Did not play yesterday. Second at bat today. 2-1 pitch with the bases loaded to Infante is just above the belt. And 3-1 is the count. Infante out of Clark College drew a walk in the second inning off of Blayhouse. Has seen 8 pitches now from Thomas this game. Has swung once. It was a foul ball in this at-bat. It's 3-1 is the count. 2-0 lead for the Raptors. Here comes the pitch, and it is a ball up high, and Infante gets an RBI on a walk that gives the Nighthawks their first run of the ball game. And it's 2-1, the Raptors lead. Coming down the line to score is Brooks Dyer. And Chris Cota will come out to the mound to chat with Thomas Blayhouse. The ball game is a 2-1 score. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs, and that'll be it for Thomas Blayhouse. When he located, he was hard to hit. Only gave up 1 single in his nearly 2 innings of work, but did give up 5 walks in the appearance. And we will see a new pitcher now for the Raptors. I believe it'll be Jaron Hunter coming in. So we go from one Pac-12 pitcher to another. Indeed, it'll be Jaron, who is making a second appearance on the year. Thomas Blayhouse out of the University of Washington ends his appearance 1 2/3 innings. He's charged with 1 run, an earned run, and he's responsible for all 3 runners on base. He gave up 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 5 walks. Jaron Hunter out of Oregon State University comes in with the bases loaded, 2 outs, a 1-run ball game. Jaron pitched against the Bend Elks 4 days ago, went 3 innings, gave up 1 earned run, 2 runs in total, 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He faced 13 batters in that ball game. He had not gone 3 innings all year long for Oregon State, where he pitched and went usually 1 or 2 innings, had a handful of 2-inning appearances for Oregon State. He's out of Gresham, Damascus, Oregon to be particular, but he went to the Gresham-based high school of Sam Barlow High. I asked Jaron the next morning, or maybe it was later that night, how do you feel about going 3 innings? You haven't done that. And he said, yeah, I felt pretty sore, especially in the third. I mean, I felt fine, but I definitely started to get tired in the third. Ironically, it was actually the third inning that went the best. He had gotten the first 2 batters out each inning, and finally in the third inning, he got the third one as well. 1-2-3 frame to end his 3-inning appearance. And now comes in with the bases juiced. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the top of the third. The Nighthawks having scored their first run in this inning to slim the lead down to 2-1. Raptors on top with the tying run at third base in the form of Jack Thompson at third, Travis Helm at second, Hector Infante at first, and Jacob Cobb to the plate. Hit into a double play in his first at-bat. Jaron Hunter on the mound, a right-hander out of Oregon State. Deals the first pitch, and it's a called strike from Jaron. 6'2", 220 pounds. And is ahead in the count 0-1 to Jacob Cobb out of Mount Hood Community College. The 0-1 pitch from Jaron Hunter is also over the plate and in there for a strike. Jacob Cobb thought it was low, but Mark Allen calls it strike 2. 0-2 the count from Jaron Hunter, bases loaded, 2 outs. Hunter working out of the stretch, looks into Dominic Enbody. Double checks the call, now comes set. Here is the 0-2 outside. And it's 1-2 on the off speed from Jaron Hunter. Outfield playing pretty deep with the wind blowing softly out towards right field. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Hunter. Swung on and bounced over the pitcher. It'll be Darcy fielding and throwing to second base, and he just got it in time for the fielder's choice by Cody Darcy, who just shovels with the bare hand, fielding behind second base, and John Peck records the putout just in time to get Hector Infante for the force out at second. That leaves the bases loaded in a 1-run ball game. To the bottom of the third inning we go. It's the Ridgefield Raptors 2 and the Northwest Star Nighthawks 1.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-size utilities in the West by J.D. Power 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
It's a 2-1 ball game from Ridgefield, Washington. The Raptors a 1-run lead as we head to the bottom of inning number 3, and Caden Connor leading off the frame. Singled in the first inning to get his first hit on the weekend. He did draw a walk yesterday for today's designated hitter. Caden returns to the batter's box against the same pitcher he saw in the first inning. That's Titus Oyen. The southpaw throws a long looping breaking ball. And the first pitch misses up in the attic. 1-0 is the count from Titus Oyen. As we start the bottom of the third inning, Ridgefield scoring 1 run in the first and second innings, then give up 1 run in the top of the third. It's a 2-1 score with the Raptors on top. 1-0 pitch, another breaking ball, and again, a bit upstairs. Maybe not in the attic, but call it second floor of the house, and it's 2-0 to Caden Connor, adjusts the batting gloves and steps back in. Cal State Fullerton, outfielder slash first baseman slash now designated hitter for the Raptors today. 2-0 pitch to Caden, sliced to third base, and Jack Thompson makes the catch. Goes down to his knee and makes the grab at his hip. And 1 out for Caden Connor, who hit that ball well, just waited on it, kept the hands in, and hit it on a rope to Jack Thompson, and it was right at the mitt of his former teammate. And the Raptor turned Nighthawk makes the catch for out number 1. Will Chambers to the plate threw an 8-pitch walk in the first inning, and now takes a strike from Titus Oyen, working out of the windup, giving up 1 run in each inning, but he's gotten the first out and ahead, 0-1, and now a big swing from Will Chambers. 0-2 is the count to Will. First baseman today, who expected to pitch yesterday, was warming up today, and I don't know if he'll pitch. Now he's playing first base. He was not in the starting lineup yesterday. 0-2 pitch is on the lower part of the zone and called a strike to Will Chambers, who has a look of surprise, but he won't argue it, and he'll just take the out. It's okay. He'll have another chance at it later in the ball game. Strikeout looking will go on the box score. Tafton Hensley to the plate. Got a RBI in the first inning for Tafton. With 2 outs, he hangs one and hits it a major league pop-up into shallow center field. Quadrice Teague coming in, shielding with the glove, and blocks out the sun to make the inning-ending catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Raptors, who finally don't score in an inning. They had 1 run in each of the first 2. They go quietly in the third. It remains a 2-1 score. We head to the top of the 4th inning. It's the Raptors 2 and the Nighthawks 1.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Play ball! Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Back to the mound for Ridgefield, which leads 2-1 in this contest over the Northwest Star Nighthawks, who won yesterday's game 6-1. And today the Raptors leading to try to get some redemption against the Nighthawks. These two teams played against each other and back in 2019 a couple of times and split those 2 games. And now the Raptors trying to even up the career series between these 2 programs. Been fun to see how the Northwest Star Academy programs have grown with the college prep and the various youth teams, where some great baseball players from the southern Washington area come and play and get their reps in and become future Raptors perhaps. Jaron Hunter deals a first pitch strike off the barrel of Nick Lorenza and into the glove of Dominic Enbody. 0-1's the count from Jaron, who came in with the bases loaded last inning and got out of it. 0-1 pitch is grounded to short, fielded on a roller by Cody Darcy, throws to first in time to get Lorenza 1 out in the 4th inning. Darcy was the one who started the fielder's choice to end the frame. There were 2 outs and bases loaded when Jaron Hunter came in. 1 run already in the inning, and Hunter got a fielder's choice to get out of it. Darcy shoveling to John Peck to end the frame at second base. So just 1 run in for the Nighthawks and 1 run in the ball game. Foul off the bat of Ryan Camp, the right fielder who steps in out of Linfield University. Formerly Linfield College, if you're more familiar with that name. It's now Linfield University. And the Wildcat has an 0-1 pitch, checks his swing, and called a strike. 0-2 from Jaron Hunter, Oregon State University. That also used to be Oregon State College. That was a change of much longer ago in the timeline, but an Oregon State University Beaver, and Jaron Hunter gets the 0-2 pitch, line towards second base and outside the glove of John Peck, who tried to race it down, but too far of a run for him, and it lands in right field for a one-out single for Ryan Camp. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Ridgefield leading by a run. Quadrice Teague to the plate. Walked once yesterday. He walked once today. He scored once yesterday. He has not scored today. 0 for 3 last night. First pitch to Quadrice, hit off the hands and through the hole in the infield to the right of shortstop Cody Darcy, and rolls into left field for another one-out single. Neither of them particularly well hit off of Jaron Hunter, but they both find holes, and it's 2 on with 1 out in the 4th inning. Tying run in scoring position for the Nighthawks, and we head back to the top of the order. Carter Monda out of Evergreen High School, a 3-sport star for the Plainsmen. Jaron Hunter now has runners in first and second against Monda with 1 out, who takes a first pitch ball inside. Monda, who is a big baseball player and hoped to be drafted, was actually a good basketball player, but did not play football his first 3 years at Evergreen High, and then got asked to join the team and be their starting quarterback in his senior year. 1-0 pitch, he thinks about swinging. It's a called strike in the outer corner. Not only did he get called in to play quarterback his senior year, he went on to throw 23 touchdowns and just 1 interception for the 3A school. But his main sport is baseball. Right now plays for Clark College, coming back from an injury, and he could be a professional baseball player for sure. For the 6'4", 200-pound outfielder, takes a swing and misses the 1-1 pitch from Jaron Hunter. 2 on, 1 out, a 2-1 lead for the Raptors, top of the 4th inning. Monda nearly made a home run saving catch yesterday. It was the only run that the Raptors scored, and he climbed up the left field wall and was pretty close to getting that homer from Patrick Stark. Now he's DHing as a 1-2 count, hits it off the hands and foul. Down the third base line, stays alive at 1-2 from Jaron Hunter. Carter Monda, who also had the program record in hits for Evergreen High School, and that's despite the fact that his senior year got canceled at Evergreen High. He had already broken the record his junior year. Here's another 1-2 pitch. Outside, gets away from end body, and both runners will advance. A wild pitch runs the count even at 2-2, and now the tying run is at third base with 1 out. No force out now, except at first. Ryan Camp down to third. Quadrice Teague into second, representing the go-ahead run. The Nighthawks have not led today. The Raptors taking a 1-0 lead in the first inning. It's now a 2-1 score in the top of the 4th. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carter Monda. In the on-deck circle is Brooks Dyer, who has scored the only run today for the Nighthawks. Jaron Hunter comes set out of the stretch, deals the 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit over Hunter's head to the second baseman Peck. His only play is at first. He gets the out for an RBI ground out for Carter Monda, and this ball game is tied. Peck has his ball cap fly off as he runs in to field that ball behind the mound and throws to first. Ryan Camp scores. Quadrice Teague down to third, and that wild pitch comes back to bite the Raptors. They probably would not have had a chance at a double play on that ground ball, but even worse, it scored a run there. Foul from Brooks Dyer, the shortstop, who is 1 for 4 in this 2-game series with a walk today, 3 walks on the weekend. Out of Eastern Oregon University, he's behind 0-1. Tie score at 2-2, top of the 4th inning. Hunter comes back with the 0-1, breaking ball or off speed that goes in for a strike at 83 miles an hour. And he's ahead 0-2. 2 outs, runners, or 1 runner on third. Teague representing the go-ahead run. Here comes the 0-2 from Jaron Hunter, popped up on the right side. This will get away from all the fielders and land on the cement concourse into the bullpen of the next door field behind first base. Stays an 0-2 count from Jaron Hunter. Steps behind the rubber, looks down at the slab, now steps on and looks into his battery mate Dominic Enbody. Comes together, readies for the 0-2, throws and popped up in fair territory in a shallow right field. John Peck backpedaling, the second baseman, into the grass and makes the catch. They strand the runner at third for an inning-ending pop-out. Well, the Raptors do finally allow the score to be tied on 2 hits in the inning. 1 run comes in, no errors, and a runner left on third base. To the bottom of the 4th inning we go. The Raptors trying to reclaim the lead. It's 2-2.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag. But they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs. Available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
This game is all knotted up at 2 runs apiece. The Northwest Star Nighthawks, a gritty club, trying to take on their fellow Ridgefield-based squad, and the Raptors, and they come back from a 2-0 deficit to tie it up. It's 2-2. As we make our way to the bottom of the 4th inning, Dominic Enbody to lead off. Next Sunday home game is 2 weeks from now. The Raptors will be down in Portland a week from now, but 2 Sundays from now is 4th of July. So we go from a Father's Day Sunday matinee, and then the next Sunday home game is another holiday on 4th of July, 2 Sundays from now. First pitch to Enbody, swung on and barreled up to deep right center field. This will send Ryan Camp back to the wall and over the right center wall. Dominic Enbody takes the first pitch of the 4th inning deep, and the Raptors reclaim the lead. It's 3-2. Dominic Enbody's first home run of the season, and the man who hit the first home run in Ridgefield Raptors career history hits one to a pretty similar spot that he did back on June 4th of 2019 against Yakima Valley, and he hammers one to right center, and the Raptors lead at 3-2. First pitch he saw on his first hit of the weekend, and now the Raptors have a pair of solo home runs today and yesterday. Next hitter is Cody Darcy, who scored in the 2nd inning, got aboard via an error, and helped Ridgefield take a further lead. 1-0 pitch to Darcy is hit back to the pitcher and over the head of Oyen. The second baseman Infante comes in, bare hands, throws to first and gets him. Good play from the former Raptor Hector Infante, making a crafty, bare-handed running grab and throw. And Darcy is retired 4-3. What a bomb by Dominic Enbody. He was already hitting .333 on the year in West Coast League games. And not only in the next half inning, but the very first pitch after the Raptors gave away the lead, they get it back. Patrick Stark to the plate, takes a strike to open up the at-bat. He singled in the 2nd inning, homered yesterday. It was to left field, so the Raptors with home runs to each side of the ballpark this weekend. Now fouls one off. He's behind 0-2. Only problem with the home runs is that the Raptors haven't had the greatest trend lately in terms of home runs and win-loss record. Not that it's causation necessarily, but the Raptors swept the Bend Elks despite having no home runs in that series. Whereas, and the 0-2 pitch is popped up into right field, going back as Camp. It'll carry a few steps behind his original position, but it'll make the catch for out number 2. It's a 3-2 lead for the Raptors, bottom of the 4th. Reese Hernandez to the plate. So the Raptors did not hit a home run down in Bend, but they won all 3 games. Against Yakima Valley, the Raptors had 3 homers in that series, but lost all 3 games. And now yesterday, they had a home run, the only homer for either team, and lost the game. Now they homer today, but it was to take a lead, and hopefully for the Raptors, maintain that lead. Hernandez takes a strike. 0-1 to the San Jose State Spartan, who lined out to short in his first at-bat. Now comes up with the bases empty and 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th and takes one to center field. Quadri's Teague moving over a few steps back in front of the track and pulls it in to end the inning. Well, the first pitch of the inning landed over the right field wall. Dominic Enbody hammers it for a solo home run, his first of the year. After that, it's a 1-2-3 inning for Titus Oyen, but that does move the margin back to 1 run. We head to the top of the 5th inning. It's the Ridgefield Raptors 3 and the Northwest Star Nighthawks 2.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Jaron Hunter again on the pump for the Raptors. 1 1/3 innings so far for the Oregon State right-hander. First batter he will face for the Northwest Star Nighthawks is Jack Thompson. A 3-2 lead for Ridgefield. Hunter starts out the 5th inning with a ball outside to Jack. These two players have both appeared for the Raptors this season. They did not overlap on the roster. Hunter throws a 1-0 pitch to Jack Thompson, a called strike, evens in at 1-1. It's Oregon State Beaver against Portland-based Lewis and Clark College Pioneer, and Jack Thompson, left-handed hitter, playing third base today. A 1-1 pitch from Hunter, a half swing, didn't go around. And, well, we'll appeal and see. No, he did not. It's a 2-1 count to Jack Thompson. Inside on the pitch from Jaron Hunter. Works out of the stretch, even with the bases empty. The right-hander behind 2-1. The next one is on the outer half. Again, puts the count even, this time at 2-2. It's a 3-2 lead for the Raptors, just starting out the 5th inning here from the Rourke. Not too hot, not too windy. Yeah, it's actually blowing the hardest it's been all day out to right field. Ground ball to the right side, fielded by Will Chambers, and he steps on the bag for the out. Softly hit to Will and makes the grab inches away from the first base bag, reaches out, and 1 away in the 5th inning. To bring up Travis Helm out of Clark College, who had a walk and a fielder's choice so far today. And now we'll come up with the bases empty and 1 out. A slider on the first pitch is a called strike from Jaron Hunter. Out of Barlow High School and grew up a Beaver fan. Goes down to Corvallis for his college baseball. Got his first run in a Beaver uniform this spring. Throws a ball outside in the dirt from Jaron Hunter. 1-1 is the count with 1 out, nobody on base. 1-run lead for Ridgefield. Next pitch is over the plate, but called a ball. 2-1 from Jaron, who made 9 appearances for Oregon State this spring, went 12 innings across those games. The 2-1 pitch is hit on the ground on 2 hops to John Peck. Backhands, throws to first, on the money, and 2 away here in the inning. Pair of groundouts to start out this frame. Jaron Hunter came in the 3rd inning with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Got a ground ball to end that frame. Then gave up 1 run last inning. That tied the game, but with Ridgefield reclaiming the lead last inning, Hunter is in position to get the win depending on how today's events unfold the rest of the way. Hector Infante to the plate, takes a first pitch strike from Hunter. Hector has drawn a pair of walks today. His best play of the game was at second base with a bare-handed assist last half inning. A 1 pitch from Jaron Hunter is a called strike to Hector at 88 miles an hour. Hector playing second base today against Jaron Hunter, who struck out 11 batters in those 12 innings for Oregon State. 0-2 pitch from Jaron, swung on and missed it. So he's not always a huge strikeout pitcher, has not struck out anyone today. That changes now with an inning-ending K to end the fifth. It's a 1-2-3 frame for Jaron, who has a penchant for getting a 1-2-3 inning in his third inning of work. And Jaron, if that's it for him on the appearance, it ends up being a pretty good one. He closes out, facing the minimum in the fifth inning. Ridgefield has the lead. It's 3-2, going to the bottom of the fifth.
Hey baseball fans, after the game, visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the ninth inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
Found a giant spider in my bed.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head.
Got ants around the sink,
and I am starting to think the experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free.
Natura Pest Control, killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
At the halfway point of this ball game, it's a 3-2 score as the Northwest Star Nighthawks bring in a new pitcher. Liam Kiffer comes in, a 6'4", 205-pound right-hander out of Clackamas Community College. Kiffer enters to face the top of the order for Ridgefield. John Peck, the leadoff man, who has 1 RBI on the day. Both times he's come up to the bat. Ryan Camp caught the hit. This time he hammers one to left field. It's Nick Lorenza going back to the track and making the catch at the warning track. And John Peck has flown out all 3 times, twice to right field, once to left. And an inning after, Dominic Enbody hammered the first pitch he saw of the 4th inning for a home run. John Peck sees the first pitch of the 5th inning and hits it to the track. But going into the wind in left field, it dies in front of the wall for 1 out in the 5th. It's a 3-2 lead for Ridgefield. Micah McDowell showing bunt and then pulling it back for a called strike. Didn't make an attempt, but it was over home plate for strike 1 from Liam Kiffer. Liam is making his first appearance in a Nighthawks uniform this season. The 0-1 pitch does not get called a strike. 1-1 to Micah McDowell, who has a single and a strikeout today, a run scored. Out of Oregon State University, following up a nice pitching performance from Jaron Hunter, his OSU teammate. 1-1 pitch, hit to left field. If this lands fair, it'll be a 2-bagger, and Micah McDowell gets a fair ball down the left field line, loses the batting helmet as he rounds first, gets into second, a stand-up, 1-out double for Micah McDowell. Nice piece of hitting down the left field line to go opposite field and landed about 1 yard inside the left field line. Micah McDowell, his first extra base hit as a Ridgefield Raptor. He's got a single and a double on the ball game. 1 out, 1 on for Caden Connor, the league leader in doubles. 1 more of those would do nicely for an RBI. He's already got a single in the first inning. He followed up McDowell as both players singled in the first. So if they're playing add-on here, or match, or Simon Says, or whatever game you want to call it, then it would be apropos to record a double here in the 5th inning. It's a 3-2 score, Ridgefield on top. Caden Connor takes a ball in the dirt, holds the palm out to McDowell, indicating stay on second, which McDowell obeys. Runner on second, 1 out. A 3-2 advantage for Ridgefield. Caden Connor at the plate, 1 for 2 in the ball game. leading the West Coast League with 6 doubles, not to mention another in the exhibition to start out this season. Now looking for another non-league extra base hit. Is ahead 1-0, a breaking ball that stays upstairs from Liam Kiffer, who has allowed 2 balls to left field. First one was caught by Lorenzo, the left fielder. Second one landed down the line and went in for a double for Micah McDowell. Caden Connor has a 2-0 count. Out of Cal State Fullerton, Connor, the 2-0 pitch is outside to Caden, and it's 3-0. First base is open if Liam Kiffer continues to pitch around Caden, which he doesn't seem to want to give him anything to hit, but the problem is on deck is Will Chambers, the league leader in home runs and slugging percentage and RBIs. And he would have runners in first and second unless Liam Kiffer throws a strike here. 3-0 pitch is indeed a strike. Extends the at-bat to at least one more pitch to Caden Connor. Takes a practice swing, adjusts the batting gloves again, and steps back in for the Raptors. Runner on second, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. A 3-2 lead for Ridgefield. Here comes Liam Kiffer, throws one in the dirt. McDowell wants to head to third. The throw down and no throw at third. And so it's both a walk and an advancement from McDowell on the wild pitch. Runners on the corners now. Good run from Micah McDowell. And got into third, and that ball did not bounce very far away from Jacob Cobb. It stayed in front of him and even bounced to the left of home plate. But McDowell went chasing for third. He gets there. And now no chance for a put out at third. 1 out, so a double play would end it. And the Nighthawks are moderately in double play depth, although Hector Infante, the second baseman, is not all that close to second. The shortstop, Brooks Dyer, is in more conventional double play depth. Will Chambers to the plate, moves over to the opposite side of home plate for this at-bat. Faced a left-hander to begin with. He walked and struck out. Now facing a right-hander. The switch hitter swaps, has 1 out, runners on the corners. First pitch from Kiffer, and off speed that falls into the zone. Runners on the corners, 3-2 lead for Ridgefield, bottom of the 5th inning. Decent sized lead from first base for Caden Connor. Micah McDowell at third. Nobody holding him on at third. The runner goes from first, swung on and fouled off, and Caden Connor, who got a pretty good jump, trots into second base, turns around, and jogs back to first with an 0-2 count to Will Chambers. Wearing a batting sleeve today on the left arm. Unencumbered on the right arm except for the elbow guard. He's behind 0-2 with 1 out. Ridgefield trying to extend this lead of 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. Liam Kiffer deals the 0-2. It's well outside. 1-2's the count. Infante continuing to play pretty straight up in the infield. He's got good speed, so he could get to second in a hurry, but wouldn't be the easiest double play ball if Will Chambers grounds one up the middle. 1-2 pitch inside, and evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, runners on the corners. McDowell has already scored a run today. It was the first run of the ball game to give Ridgefield that 1-0 lead. They have returned to that 1-run margin here in the 5th inning, and he's trying to extend the lead. 2-2 pitch way outside. Good slide from Cobb to move out and snare that one before it gets away from him and potentially scores a run. McDowell has already advanced once on a wild pitch this inning, and he's at the ready. 3-2 pitch upcoming from Liam Kiffer, who's standing on the mound. Now comes set. 1 out, runners on the corners. Will Chambers facing the payoff pitch, swings and hammers one into the jet stream in right field. This one will carry to the track, to the wall, over the grassy berm, and the longest home run we've seen this season. Will Chambers, a 3-run bomb to right field, and the Raptors lead it 6-2. He crushed that one off the barrel. And I kind of lost that one after it went over the berm. I think it went into the goalie out in right field. And maybe a fan can track that one down, or maybe it's still flying. Will Chambers, a 3-run home run. So right field, second homer of the day for the Raptors. Fifth homer of the year for Will. The league leader in home runs scores scores Caden Connor from first, scores Micah McDowell from third. And Chambers is the sixth runner of the day to cross the plate after his home run. Tafton Hensley to the plate on a first pitch ball from Liam Kiffer, to Tafton Hensley. Breaking ball on the 1-0 misses. Tafton Hensley is 0 for 2. He does have an RBI and a fielder's choice. Flew out to center field in the second at bat. Today's left fielder looking for his first hit of the weekend. Takes a big cut at the 2-0 pitch. And misses it 2-1. Pair of College of the Canyons players going back-to-back in the batting order. Will Chambers out of the Santa Clarita-based JUCO gets the home run, followed up by his teammate, and Hensley outside on the 2-1. One out in the inning, a 6-2 lead for the Raptors, putting up a 3 spot here in the bottom of the fifth. First time that either team has put up a crooked number on the board. 3-1 pitch, down and away, and Tafton Hensley is aboard via a walk. So the Raptors restart the base runners here in the inning. One out and runner on first. Dominic Enbody to the plate. Homered last inning on the first pitch of the fourth. Will Chambers follows an inning later with a 3-run bomb. Enbody gave the Raptors the lead with that home run to right center field. Chambers extended it. Similar trajectory in terms of where that ball crossed over the fence, although Chambers had a little bit more distance on it. But hey, either one will do the trick for a home run. Enbody now faces the first pitch he sees from Liam Kiffer. A breaking ball is a strike to Dominic. Runner on first, one out. A 6-2 score right now. The Raptors on top in the bottom of the fifth. Dominic's first home run of the season. Gets his first hit. He fouled out in his first at-bat, so he's 1 for 2. It's an 0-1 count from Kiffer. The right-hander throws a breaking ball. The runner's going. Hensley got an absurdly good jump, and the speedster slides in safely at second for his first stolen base of the year. He was speeding. He's got some good top speed for the outfielder Tafton Hensley, and it looks like that hamstring is A-OK for Tafton Hensley. 1-1 pitch from Liam Kiffer upcoming. He comes set against Dominic Enbody with one out, runner in scoring position. Kiffer throws another breaking ball, and it's called a strike on the outside corner to Enbody. 1-2 is the count to Dominic. Did not have a hit yesterday. Has one hit on the weekend and a loud one. Last inning for the homer. 1-2 is the count now to Dominic. At a University of Antelope Valley. Tafton Hensley on second with one out. Another breaking ball that misses outside. Trying the backdoor slider again, but Kiffer doesn't get the call that time. A bit further outside than the last pitch. And the 6'4" crafty pitcher has mostly gone off speed this inning. His first inning of work. Now has the count even at 2-2 to Enbody. Dominic swings at the 2-2, waits on it, and waits so long that he swings and puts it foul territory on the third base side. He was really patient on that one and finally took a swing and barreled it to the grassy berm in left field, where it's probably the most well-populated part of the ballpark right now. A lot of fans out there in the grass enjoying a nice Father's Day matinee on this June 20th, a game where Ridgefield leads 6-2. Another pitch on 2-2 to Dominic Enbody. Takes a swing and misses it on the outside part of the plate. And it is a strikeout for out number 2 this inning. Cody Darcy to the plate. Has scored once. A couple of ground outs on the day, but reached on an error in the second inning and came around to score not long after. Cody, a right-handed batter against right-handed pitcher and Liam Kiffer. Runner on second, 2 outs, 4-run lead for the Raptors. Darcy does not pull the trigger on the first pitch, a fastball in the outer corner. Kiffer in the mid-80s on the fastball, but mostly a slider pitcher that he's located pretty well so far, but a couple times it's been hit a ways, and Chambers got a hold of one of Kiffer's deliveries for the 3-run home run. Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt and blocked by Cobb. Hensley holds at second, 2 outs, 1-1 count to Cody Darcy. Calls himself a defensive-minded player. He likes playing defense a lot more and says, I'm much better in the field than I am at the plate. He loves playing shortstop, and he's getting the chance to start at short today, where he's played a role in a double play. 1-1 pitch, down low, 2-1's the count to Cody. Asked him if he had any favorite shortstops growing up. He said, I really like Brendan Ryan. He used to play for the Mariners, and Cody's from Enumclaw, Washington, Mariners fan, and Ryan, who also has played for the Cardinals and the Angels, played for the Mariners in the early 2010s. Here's the 2-1 pitches outside, 3-1. Cody said Brendan Ryan was not a good hitter, and he was decent. I mean, career batting average of .233, and I think with the Mariners it may have been a little lower than that. So he certainly was not an offensive-minded hitter, offensive-minded player, but Cody said he was just a really good fielder, and I like that about him. And Cody emulates him to a certain degree. 3-1 pitch, swings and misses it, runs the count full. 2 outs, runner on second. Cody, who understands the defensive side, it's not all highlights where if you make the routine play, that's what you're supposed to do, and you make errors and you hurt your team. It's really only the diving plays where you get credit for it, but he still loves the defensive side. Swings and misses it on the 3-2. He strikes out to end the inning, and he'll go back to where he's comfortable, is playing defense at short. After all, Ridgefield already scoring 3 runs in the inning on a 3-run home run by Will Chambers. And that not quite breaks the game open, but does give the Raptors their largest lead of the weekend at 6-2 through 5 innings of play here at the Rourke.
Ridgefield Main Street thanks you for supporting the Raptors and downtown, the heart of Ridgefield. Spend the moolah you win at the game at downtown shops and restaurants. Upcoming events include Main Street Day, C-Tran Shuttle Downtown Tailgate, and the Friday Night Flicks Outdoor Film Series. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the cultural heritage of downtown Ridgefield while advocating for its future. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com and find us on Facebook at Ridgefield Main Street. We'll see you downtown, and go Raptors!
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings has bundles of wings and fries so you can get more for less. With individual size bundles starting at just $9.99 and the 40-wing family XL bundle for only $39.99. It doesn't take a degree in chicken economics to know a good deal when it's pecking you in the face. Order wing bundles for takeout or delivery, part of the win-win value lineup at B-Dubs. At participating locations for a limited time only for takeout or delivery through Buffalo Wild Wings app and website. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Taxes extra.
Well, it's been a fun game so far, and the Raptors playing well. 3-run home run by Will Chambers, and that breaks the game into the largest margin we've seen today. The Raptors up to 6 runs. The Nighthawks winning yesterday with 6 runs. 6-1 was the final. Today it's a 6-2 ball game, and it'll be some Nighthawk versus Nighthawk action. Former Northwest Star Nighthawk Bo Kiersey takes the mound for the Raptors with a 4-run margin. First batter he will face is Jacob Cobb, today's catcher, who did not play yesterday on the season. He's 2 for 7 coming in. First pitch from Kiersey is a called strike from Bo at Central Washington University. Bo has played a little bit for both squads. For Northwest Star, he made 1 appearance, went 4 innings, no earned runs. Throws a second pitch to even the count at 1 apiece. He faced Wenatchee in that game, gave up 3 runs but no earned, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. That was appearing for the Nighthawks back on June 1st. Ground ball is foul off the bat of Jacob Cobb. Just starting out the top of the 6th inning, it's a 6-2 lead for the Raptors. So after that June 1st game, then Bo Kiersey got called up with the Raptors and has been pitching with Ridgefield ever since. Made an appearance in the second game of the season, went 5 innings in relief, and pitched well to start. Gave up a few runs at the very end, 3 earned runs by the final, but by then the game was decided, a 16-5 final score. That pitch outside, it's 2-2 the count to the leadoff man of the 6th inning, Jacob Cobb. Kiersey, the left-hander, out of the windup, deals the 2-2, swung on and fouled at the plate, dribbles down the third baseline. and keeps it at 2-2. Bo Kiersey out of the Ellensburg-based university. Stands at 5'11", 165. He's a sophomore originally from Vancouver. Another 2-2 pitch from Bo. Off speed that just missed. Over the plate, perhaps a bit high, and it runs the count full. In the top of the 6th inning, first man that Bo Kiersey has faced today. Bo sets for the payoff pitch. This is fouled back into the netting, and we'll see an 8th pitch of the at-bat from Bo. Making his 3rd appearance in a Raptors uniform. He pitched 2 games in the West Coast League, both in wins. He actually got the decision in the Bend game, earning the win, going 5 innings. Here's another payoff pitch, swung on and hit to right field. Going over is Hernandez. Reese needing to tail almost to the warning track, and makes the catch just barely in fair territory for an inning starting 8-pitch flyout from Jacob Cobb. Bo Kiersey, after that 5-inning win against the Bend Elks 5 days later, followed that up with a much-needed 2 1/3 innings against the Portland Pickles, a game where the Raptors trailed 7-0 early in that ball game. Bo Kiersey came in and kept the Pickles in check as the Raptors started their comeback attempt. First pitch swung on and missed to Nick Lorenza, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. The Raptors lead this ball game 6-2. We're in the top of the 6th inning, 1 out, nobody on. 0-1 pitch from Bo Kiersey. Takes some velocity off, misses outside, 1-1. Kiersey pitched 2 1/3 innings in that 2 1/3 against Portland. Gave up just 1 earned run. A game that the Raptors came back and won in 13 innings. Hit to center field. McDowell has to turn and run back. Now slows down and pulls it in with his shoulder pointed towards home plate, using the sunglasses and making the catch for out number 2. Pair of flyouts to open up the 6th inning. The Raptors leading 6-2 as Ryan Camp comes to the plate. Has scored today following a single in the 4th inning. He has also struck out. Ryan Camp takes the first pitch and grounds it off the glove of Kiersey. It makes the glove fall off. Then the third baseman comes in. Stark throws to first and almost got him. Just barely, not in time. Kiersey had the glove come straight off his hand as that ball handcuffed him and bounced towards third base. He ran after it, and then Patrick Stark came in with his momentum going to first base. So Kiersey tailed off and let Stark make the play, and he almost got him out at first base. It is an infield single for Ryan Camp. Kiersey seems to be okay. It hit him on the non-throwing hand near the wrist. Probably just hit the very end of the glove and just flipped it off, and it went tailing down to the mound, and he seems to be all right. Comes back to pitch and throws one to Quadrice Teague, who grounds one softly to short. Coming in a hurry is Cody Darcy, throws and not in time. Another infield single, now a throw back to second, and getting back is Ryan Camp, who advanced to second and took a big turn. And an infield single for Quadrice Teague. So 2 straight singles, both softly hit to the infield. Cody Darcy made a good play, came in running through on the run, and Quadrice Teague has got some serious wheels, so that's no fault of Cody Darcy on that play. It was weakly hit, and it took a long time to get to him. He attacked the ball, but Teague got there in time. Next batter is Carter Monda, leadoff man. 6-2, now the tying run in the on-deck circle. But Bo Kiersey has pitched well. 2 flyouts to open up the inning, and then 2 weak ground balls, but they both go for hits. Carter Monda at the plate is ahead 1-0. 2 outs, 2 on. Kiersey throws the 1-0, swung on and missed. Good off speed from Kiersey, mixing speeds, and gets Monda to swing. Monda went 3 for 4 yesterday, pair of doubles, scored 3 times. The Clark College outfielder is the designated hitter today. Kiersey steps off the mound, looks back at second. Both runners go back to their bases. Runners on first and second. Carter Monda at the plate here in the top of the 6th inning. It's a 4-run lead for the Raptors. 1-1 pitch from Kiersey, swung on and hit to third base, fielded in fair territory, and Patrick Stark steps on the bag, just barely over the bag and fair. And Stark steps on third for the inning-ending fielder's choice. And Bo Kiersey works around a pair of infield singles to get a scoreless inning in his first inning of work. It's still 6-2, the Raptors leading as we make our way to the bottom of the 6th inning. Happy Father's Day, everyone.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, La Center, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, two great teams.
Ridgefield Raptors back to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4 runs the last 2 innings combined for the Raptors, who gave up the lead in the top of the 4th inning, knotted up at 2 apiece, and 1 pitch later, the very first pitch that the Raptors saw with the game tied in the 4th, hit over the right field wall off the bat of Dominic Enbody. Another home run the next inning, so Ridgefield has gotten all 4 of their runs in the last couple innings via the long ball. And speaking of home run hitter, how about yesterday's slugger, Patrick Stark? A solo home run in his first at-bat as a Raptor, making his debut, a recent high school graduate. Redondo Union High, making his way to Loyola Marymount. Takes a first pitch strike from Liam Kiffer, so he plays his high school ball in California. He'll go back to SoCal for Loyola Marymount down base in LA, but he comes up in between those 2 stints up to Washington for Summer League Baseball. 0-1 pitch, hit down the line and foul on the left side of the infield. 0-2's the count, 6-2 lead for the Raptors. Bottom of the 6th inning here at the Rourke, where the Raptors will stay. A day off tomorrow, 3-game homestand against the Yakima Valley Pippins starting Tuesday. Ridgefield taking a couple days off from league play this weekend. 0-2 pitch outside from Kiffer. 1-2 is the count. Ridgefield, the season is split in half. The first half and second half winners make their way to the postseason. Ridgefield is halfway through the first half. 12 games in league play. 1-2 pitch from Kiffer is hit and looks like a broken back ground ball to third base. Thompson has time to throw and makes the play in time. The bat stays intact, but it sounded like it splintered. And, I mean, maybe it didn't. It still is intact. Hernandez is looking down to it and throws it. I don't know if that bat broke or not. They'll hand it back to Stark, and he'll do his diagnostics on it. 1 out and nobody on for Reese Hernandez. The 9-hole hitter who's put the ball in play but hit it right at a couple defenders. First pitch strike to Reese, who lined out right at the shortstop in the 2nd inning and then flew out to center field in the 4th. Reese batting left-handed against right-handed pitcher Kiffer, who throws a backdoor slider but doesn't quite catch the zone. Evens the count, 1 apiece with 1 out, nobody on. Ridgefield leading by a score of 6-2. Hernandez wiggling the bat over his left shoulder, swings and pounds one into center field. Teague running over into right center and makes the catch right above his ball cap for out number 2. Second time today that Quadrice Teague has put out Reese Hernandez. And we turn the lineup over to John Peck, who has an RBI in the ball game, has flown out twice to right field, once to left, got an RBI sac fly in his 2nd inning fly ball. Went pretty deep to Nick Lorenza, the left fielder, last inning, a ball that got to the warning track, but the wind not helping him at all. First pitch to John Peck is outside from Kiffer. 6-2 is the score. Ridgefield on top. Trying to even this weekend. A good game for them if they can win it and gets a little momentum. You like to take a win into the off day and then face Yakima Valley, where Ridgefield hopes for some revenge against the Pippins. 1-0 pitch hit into right field, not too deep. And this will carry and actually get to the wall and get into the bullpen. It's a home run for John Peck. The wind helped out, and it just kept going and going and going. And John Peck gets under the ball, and it goes out into the bullpen for his first homer of the year. It's a 7-2 ball game for John Peck, who flew out his first 3 at-bats. And now homers for the Raptors, who lead 7-2. And another solo home run for Ridgefield, which has gotten 3 home runs today by 3 different players. John Peck with the long ball, and Micah McDowell next up. A slider that misses out from Liam Kiffer. A double on the day for McDowell, plus a single. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game with a pair of runs scored. McDowell out of Oregon State University, batting left-handed, will face a 1-0 pitch from Kiffer, and down in the dirt. Over the plate, but well low from Kiffer. Wind blowing pretty strongly out to right field right now at the Rourke. With 1 run here in this inning, a 5-run advantage now for the Raptors. 7th hit of the ball game. 2-0 pitch, and McDowell hits it down the left field line on a ground ball, snared by the third baseman. Thompson throws under the glove of the first baseman. McDowell turns and thinks about going to second. He slipped as he was turning, a la Cody Darcy, and instead of continuing down to second, he just runs back to first. He did make a turn toward second, so he was a live runner there and had to get back to first. The ball stopped along the retaining wall on the first base side off the throw from Jack Thompson. They will rule E5 on the play. McDowell was nearly going to beat out that throw. A good play from Thompson, who had to go headlong on that ball to catch it right in front of the third base bag before it would have got it down the line for a second double for McDowell. Instead, he'll drop to 2 for 4 on the day, but he's still on base. With 2 outs, runner on first, Caden Connor to the plate. Runner goes, taken for a strike, and McDowell slides in feet first easily for a stolen base. First base stolen by McDowell this year. He's just playing his second game as a Raptor. And Caden Connor, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game with a line out, a single, and a walk, plus a run scored. Has an 0-1 count from Kiffer, and it's outside 1-1. One and one with 2 outs, runner on second, a 7-2 lead for the Raptors. Bottom half of inning number 6. Caden Connor waving around the cherry-colored bat, and now takes the 1-1 pitch and swings it foul behind home plate. Will Chambers will take a long jog behind home, around from the on-deck circle to the opposite side on-deck circle, and jog all the way back. He'll come up to bat if Caden Connor can get aboard. There are 2 outs. Runner in scoring position in McDowell, who hopes to score his 3rd run of the ball game. Liam Kiffer out of the stretch. The right-hander comes set. Looks at second, kicks and fires the 1-2. It's hit on the ground to first base off the chest of Travis Helm, who recovers and runs it to the bag himself to end the inning. Well, Ridgefield scores 1 run on a solo homer by John Peck. That puts up the Raptors 7-2 in the ball game. We head to the top of inning number 7.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Holmes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
3 homers in the ball game for the Ridgefield Raptors today. Most they've had in any one game. Had 2 before by the same player, Cody Darcy. And now 3 on the game by 3 different players. A couple solo shots and a 3-run bomb. Dominic Enbody and John Peck with the solo homers. Will Chambers with a 3-run shot. All of them to right field. Bo Kiersey comes back to the mound for Ridgefield, a 7-2 ball game. And the first pitch is fouled off the bat of Brooks Dyer, the shortstop, who had a good day yesterday. Had a couple walks, 1 hit. Is 0 for 2 today, however, with a walk. He did score earlier today. An 0-1 pitch from Kiersey. Misses low, 1-1 to count. Ridgefield scoring 5 runs in the last 3 innings. Leading 7-2 now in the ball game. Kiersey on the mound facing his former team. The 1-1 pitch for Bo is a fastball in the lower part of the zone. Catches for a strike. 1-2 is the count to the shortstop, Brooks Dyer, the son of Casey Dyer, who's the head coach for the Nighthawks, so playing for his father today on Father's Day. It's appropriate. Grounds to third, and Patrick Stark makes the throw high, but good snag by Chambers, who reaches up and uses all of his 6'3" frame. And Will Chambers makes the play at first. Normally the designated hitter, but making a case to stay at first base. Not that he wants to. He prefers being the DH, but coach may say, hey, I like your glove out there. Play some first. You know, he'll probably say, okay, but if you need me there, he'll do whatever the coach wants him, but he likes DHing. Brooks Dyer is put out 5-3. Jack Thompson to the plate. First pitch down and away to Jack, who's 1 for 3 in the contest. A single in the 3rd inning. Grounded out to first base in his last at-bat. The Nighthawks and the Raptors. It's a 5-run lead for Ridgefield. And down and away, but catches the zone for a strike to Thompson, who shakes his head a little bit. It's 1-1 with 1 out. Bases empty. 5-run advantage for the host Raptors here. Here's the next pitch from Kiersey, off speed, and Thompson in front of it. Fouls it wide of first base. Micah McDowell roving around in center field to the left of second base, and then walks to the right of second base, and then moves back to the other side of second base. Obviously can't stand right behind it. Want to see around the pitcher to see where the ball is hit, and he flips back and forth during the at-bat. 1-2 pitch is low. Evens the count, 2 apiece. 1 out, nobody on. 7-2 is the score. Ridgefield on top in this ball game. It's been a good season so far in West Coast League play for the Raptors, 8-4 through the first 4 series. Hit up high in the 1-2 pitch with the wind carrying. It won't get out. The right fielder goes over, and Hernandez makes the catch just barely in fair territory. And there are 2 outs in the 7th inning. Thompson flies out. Travis Helm to the plate out of Clark College. Travis has gotten on base twice via a walk and a fielder's choice. He is, however, 0 for 2 on the ball game. No RBIs today after picking up 3 last night for the Raptors when they won 6-1. But for the Nighthawks winning yesterday, Raptors out ahead today. 1-0 pitch, or 1-0 on the count after Kiersey misses down low. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 1-0 from Kiersey, and also a touch low from Bo, who's from Central Washington University, and Vancouver. Goes up to Ellensburg for his college ball. The southpaw throws and inside. 3-0 is the count from Bo Kiersey. 2 outs, nobody on base. Ridgefield up 7-2. Kiersey out of the windup with the bases empty. Throws and misses just down. And it's ball 4 to Travis Helm, first base runner of the inning. Bo Kiersey has pitched well in 1 2/3 innings so far. He's allowed 2 hits, but no balls have left the infield other than the flyouts. But both hits were infield singles, and then he stranded both of those runners last inning. And now finally allows a base runner, but gets a swing and a miss from Hector Infante, who mostly likes middle infield. Played some third base for Clark College this spring, although they didn't technically have a season, but in intra-squad games and whatever other teams they could scrimmage against, and he played a lot at the hot corner, but he's playing second base today. 0-1 count after the swing and miss. Breaking ball that hangs and misses just up and out. 1-1 is the count from Bo Kiersey. Runner on first, a 5-run lead for the Raptors. Top half of the seventh inning. Kiersey out of the stretch, hit to center field, going back a few steps and then coming back in is Micah McDowell, and that ends the inning on a fly out to center field. One walk along the way, but no hits. And that's the first walk that the Raptors have allowed since the 3rd inning. So good work by the Raptors pitchers to get in control, locate well, and allow no runs since the 4th inning. It's 7-2, and it's time to stretch. To the bottom half of the 7th inning we go, a 5-run lead for the Raptors.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and Will Chambers takes a determined walk to the batter's box after his blast of a fly ball that didn't need the wind to get out, but it used it to get even further. He could have hit that thing into the wind, and it still would have left the yard for what turned out to be a 3-run home run in his most recent at-bat. That helped put the Raptors out in front. They've since extended the lead. It's 7-2 right now for Ridgefield. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Will Chambers leads off and takes a big swing at the first pitch, and the crowd groans a little bit as that ball merely goes a few feet foul instead of 350 feet to right field, or however far that ball traveled back in the 5th inning when Chambers scored himself, Caden Connor, and Micah McDowell on a 3-run bomb. It's 7-2 now with another home run extending the lead. That was John Peck. 5 runs in the last few innings, all via the long ball. 0-1 pitch breaks into the zone. 0-2's the count to Will Chambers, who got his first hit of the day on that homer. He did not play yesterday and looks well rested, slugging balls to the outfield and helping Ridgefield try to even up this weekend series. A 2-game set. 0-2 pitch swings and fouls it back. Stays 0-2 after the 84-mile-an-hour throw from Liam Kiffer. Ridgefield at 8-4 on the year. Had some tremendous hitting so far this season by Will Chambers and Kobe Morales, and the whole lineup, to be honest, the best offensive team in the league thus far, based on batting average and slugging percentage and runs scored overall. The 0-2 pitch to Will. Waits on it and got the inside corner. Strike 3 looking to Will Chambers. 1 out to bring up Tafton Hensley, who walked last time at the plate. A fielder's choice RBI and a flyout. 7-2's the score. Ridgefield on top, bottom of the 7th. That's what makes surprising that game yesterday. Ridgefield only scoring 1 run yesterday, despite averaging 8 per game. But hey, it's a non-league game, doesn't hurt the record. It's all good, and come around, play better today. Hensley checks his swing on the pitch up high and does not go around, according to David Valley, the field umpire. 1-0 is the count with 1 out and nobody on. Tafton Hensley at the plate out of Mooresville, North Carolina, playing left field today. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball that bends in on a front door slider. Evens the count at 1-1 with 1 out. 7-2 advantage for Ridgefield. The Raptors have played 4 series. They'll get 4 more before the conclusion of the first half of the West Coast League season. Swings and misses at the 1-1 down in the dirt. 1-2's the count to Tafton. If Ridgefield has the best record at the end of the first half of the season, then they'll automatically get a berth to the playoffs. Of course, a lot of time to go, 12 more games until then, but for what it's worth, they do lead the standings right now. 1-2 pitch hit up high and will get out of play on the first base portion. It's only a half game lead after the Corvallis Knights lost yesterday to Cowlitz 10-1 to even up that series. Bend beat Wenatchee 15-7, and Portland beat Bellingham 1-0. So the Southern Division did really well yesterday. 1-2 pitch to Hensley just outside. 2-2 is the count to Tafton with one out, nobody on. 5-run lead for Ridgefield. So that helps Portland get up to 5-3 on the year. So they're only one game behind the Raptors. Corvallis a half game behind the Raptors. So a log jam at the top. That pitch down in the dirt and puts the count at 3-2. With one out, nobody on for Tafton Hensley. Liam Kiffer comes set, working out of the stretch, even with the bases empty, throws, and it's a ground ball to short. Brooks Dyer fields at his chest, throws a one-hopper to first, and Hensley beat it out. It also gets by the first baseman. Hensley elects not to run down to second. Good fielding by the catcher, Jacob Cobb, who sprinted down to first to back that throw up. He and the right fielder getting in there for the third ball on a ground ball that the Nighthawks have thrown by the first baseman. It, I think, will be ruled a hit since Hensley would have beaten that out anyways. And indeed it is ruled a single for Tafton Hensley. His first single since his return. He went 0 for 4 yesterday, playing his first baseball since he went out of the lineup 5 games prior. So first hit since June 8th. The hamstring looks plenty fine, and he's on first base for the Raptors with one out here in the 7th. Next batter is Dominic Enbody. Takes a ball to begin this at-bat. Hensley retreats to first after Jacob Cobb blocks the pitch down low. 1-0 to Dominic Enbody, who is 1 for 3 with a home run on the contest. A solo shot in the 4th inning. Is ahead 1-0 from Liam Kiffer. Works out of the stretch, throws a breaking ball. Runner goes, and Hensley got another great jump, and this one was so good there wasn't even a throw down to second base. He read the timing well. The off-speed didn't hurt, just to take longer to get to the catcher. And Hensley was just looking like a leopard out there and sprinting into second. And his second stolen base of the game, his first 2 stolen bases of the season. Enbody with a runner in scoring position. 7-2 is the score. He takes a home run looking swing, but misses the pitch up high. 1-2 is the count to Dominic. One out, runner in scoring position. Enbody gave the Raptors the lead back in the 4th with that home run. A lead that they have not relinquished since then. They haven't allowed a run since then. They piled on 4 more runs after that via home runs. Now he swings and grounds one past the second baseman. Diving is Infante, gets into right field. They'll run Hensley home. He has to avoid the catcher. He scores standing up. Enbody goes to second, and he's thrown out at second base. He tried to slide in, and it tried to advance on the throw as the right fielder Camp threw into the plate. And nearly was obstruction from the catcher Cobb. Hensley had to move around the baseline as Cobb went up the line on the throw. Hensley still scored standing up on an RBI from Enbody. His second run batted in on the day, but he's thrown out at second. So give him an RBI single. 2 outs in the inning, and Cody Darcy to the plate. Cody has scored once himself, has not gotten a hit yet today. Reached on an error, a ground out, a strikeout. And Cody has played a nice shortstop today, getting his first start in that position. 1-0 pitch, takes a big swing and fouls it into the mitt of Jacob Cobb. 2 outs, nobody on. An 8-2 lead now for the Raptors, with Tafton Hensley scoring from second. So the stolen base helps and scores on the single. Next pitch from Kiffer is fouled off from Darcy. Makes it a 1-2 count for Cody. 2 outs, nobody on base. Cody Darcy trying to extend this 7th inning. Ridgefield scoring in 4 innings in a row. That includes a 3 spot back in the 5th. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Kiffer. Breaking ball. He waits on it and hits it foul. Stays a 1-2 count to Cody Darcy. Cody out of Enumclaw, Washington. Transferring out of Xavier this year, signed to Nicholls State. And the shortstop slash third baseman has a 1-2 count, hits it to right field. Fairly deep. Going back is Ryan Camp to the warning track in foul territory, and he did not make the catch. It lands foul. Ryan Camp had a long run and couldn't quite get there, and it lands in foul territory. And Cody Darcy, who got all the way around first and halfway to second, will now walk back to home plate for yet another 1-2 pitch. Long tailing fly ball. And even the balls that aren't hit particularly well still have a chance to get out. John Peck did not get all of his sixth inning home run. He actually barreled up one way harder the previous inning to left field. But that one stayed in the yard. The wind blowing out to right field just took that fly ball, got out. Now Cody Darcy has another 1-2 pitch. Again hits it to right field. Again, not too deep. Ryan Camp a long run. Again in foul territory, and again lands outside of the run of Ryan Camp, who can't quite get there. He's playing enough off the line that he has to sprint a long ways to get to these fly balls by Cody Darcy. And Cody, who likes to go opposite field, has got most of his power there. He has one home run to right center. He was leading the team with 3 home runs. He's since been overtaken by Will Chambers, who added on to that lead. He's got 5 now in the season for Will, but Cody with 3. Another 1-2 pitch, and inside, and it's called a strike. And that ends the inning on a strikeout looking. Ridgefield still scores 1 in the inning on 2 hits, a pair of singles. Tafton Hensley comes around to give the Raptors an 8-2 lead through 7 innings of play. We head to the top of the 8th.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Good work by Bo Kersey in 2 innings, holds the Nighthawks scoreless. Bo, against his former team, gives way after 2 innings of work, and the bullpen day continues for the Ridgefield Raptors. Ryan Harvey started this game, went 1 inning for the starter, went 3 up, 3 down, and that was all the work he needed to do. Gave way to Thomas Blayhouse, then Jaron Hunter, then Bo Kersey, then Ben Larson, the newest thrower out of the bullpen for the Ridgefield Raptors. It's an 8-2 lead for Ridgefield right now. Ben Larson comes in for his 7th appearance in a Raptors uniform. Nobody else has more. He was tied with Andrew Trotman and Jacob Freed in that category. And now Ben Larson, the first player to make 7 appearances out of the pitching staff for Ridgefield. He has a 1-1 record and a stellar ERA so far early in this season, but for what it's worth, a 1.03 ERA for Ben Larson. He'll face Jacob Cobb to start out this 8th inning. Cobb takes a first pitch strike from Ben, who has started 1 game, come out of the bullpen on 6 occasions. He stands at 6'4", 210 pounds. Plays his collegiate baseball in Spokane for the Bulldogs of Gonzaga University. The 0-1 pitch hit hard to right field. Going back is Hernandez, locates and puts the glove on it for a leadoff flyout for Jacob Cobb, 1 away. Ben Larson, who has gone now 9 innings on the season, including that flyout. 7 strikeouts, 7 walks, 5 hits on the year. and just one earned run, and that was back in the exhibition. So in West Coast League games, he still has a 0-0 ERA. First pitch swinging and first pitch fouling for Nick Lorenza. Still looking for his first hit of the weekend. Put the ball in play a couple times today. Ground ball to short, fly out to center. He did walk. Lorenza, the left fielder, playing for Clark College. Stands against Ben Larson for the first time. Ben throws a slider and just misses for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-1, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 8th inning, an 8-2 lead for the Raptors. Larson working from the first base side of the rubber. Throws a slider that also misses in a similar spot. 2-1 is the count from Ben Larson, who mostly has gone 1 or 2 innings so far this season. Went 2 innings against Portland and Ben. Throws a fastball up and in. Takes the count to a 3-1 margin. Larson hasn't struggled too much with walks, especially of late. He walked 3 in that West Coast League opener, but since then he's always walked 1, 2, or in the last case 0. Big swing and a miss from Nick Lorenza. Puts the count full at 3-2. So in his appearances, he went 3 walks, then 2 walks, then 1 walk, then 1 walk, then 0. So he's cascaded downward in that category. Payoff pitches hit way high. Will probably get out of play. Patrick Stark, the third baseman, can't find it. And it actually lands in play, but it looked like it might have hit the netting before it hit the field. No player was near it. Stark looked up and just did not see it off the bat. And it hits right near the netting. I'm not sure if that actually landed technically in play or off the screen down the third baseline. Either way, it keeps it a 3-2 count. And the 7th pitch of the at-bat is swung on and hit to left center field into the power alley and landing at the track and one hopping the wall. It hits the very tip of the fence, and this will be a stand-up 1-out double for Nick Lorenza. First hit of the weekend, it goes for 2. And there's a runner on base for the Nighthawks with 1 out here in the 8th inning. Ryan Camp, who's had a nice day at the plate. Pair of singles on the day for Ryan. After a strikeout in the 2nd inning, has singled twice and scored once for the Linfield right fielder. Started out this weekend 0 for his first 6, and now 2 singles in a row for Ryan, who flares one off the bat and foul. 1 out, runner on second, an 8-2 lead for Ridgefield. The Raptors handled the bottom half of the lineup yesterday against the Nighthawks, but enough damage done by the top half of the order for the Nighthawks to get enough runs on the board. They won 6-1 in that contest. 0-1 pitch, checked his swing. It was over the plate either way. 0-2 is the count. The Raptors, in that 6-1 ball game, held the bottom half of the lineup, the bottom 5 hitters, to a 1-for-20 mark. Ground ball to third base. Patrick Stark looks the runner back at second, throws to first in time for the out. Good play for the future Loyola Marymount infielder. And Stark retires Ryan Camp 5-3. Had a run in a hurry and ended up almost at second base practically by the time he released that ball. And the third baseman records the assist. 2 outs, runner on second. In the 8th inning, Quadrice Teague to the plate. Similar to Ryan Camp, where he has singles in his last 2 at-bats. Opening pitch of the at-bat is a ball from Ben Larson. Opponents are batting just 172 against him this season. Pitches outside on the 1-0. Runs count to 2-0 from Ben Larson out of Gonzaga. He's originally from Port Orchard, Washington, and O'Day High School. He'll turn 22 early next month. 2-0 pitch from Ben Larson. The righty fires and outside. It's 3-0 from Ben, who's in danger of returning to the walk ways. Like I said, no walks in his last appearance, and has continued to decrease the number of walks each game. 3, then 2, then 1, then 0. Here's the 3-0 from Ben. It is down, and he does walk a man for the first time since June 13th. But he still has a chance to get out of the inning. That does also mean a force out is available at each bag. Quadrice Teague to first. Nick Lorenza stays at second. And Carter Monda to the plate. Had a tremendous day yesterday. Still has an RBI today, but no hits on the ball game for the potential future draft pick. It takes a strike to open up the at-bat. 0-1 from Ben Larson with runners in first and second. An 8-2 lead for the Raptors. Carter Mondo is hoping to be drafted until the draft was actually slimmed down from 40 rounds to 20. Takes a pitch up high. 1-1's the count to Carter Mondo. And obviously just fewer draft picks. There's fewer minor league teams around the country now, with things shifting a lot due to COVID. Inside corner on the 1-1. And Ben Larson is a strike away from a scoreless inning here in the 8th. Monda out of Clark College and Evergreen High School. We'll get a lot of looks from colleges and professional organizations. Checks his swing in the 1-2 and is in there for a strike. And Ben Larson punches out the final batter to put together a scoreless inning. It remains an 8-2 ball game here in Ridgefield. The Raptors leading for what they hope is their final time at the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-size utilities in the West by J.D. Power 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
New pitcher for the Northwest Star Nighthawks as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Ridgefield Raptors leading 8-2. Tannen Mine comes in for his 4th game for the Ridgefield-based Northwest Star Nighthawks. Originally from Sandy, Oregon in the Portland area in Ryan Nall territory. Tannen Mine, the 6'3", 245-pounder, has gone 3 innings and a couple appearances, 1 inning against Yakima Valley. He's only given up 1 hit on the year and 1 earned run. So he has an ERA of 1.17 against 3 different West Coast League teams. He's faced the Apple Sox, the Black Bears, and the Pippins of Wenatchee, Cowlitz, and Yakima Valley, respectively. And he struck out 9 on the year in 7 2/3 innings. He's walked 5 and just 1 hit for Tannen Mine. So he comes in against the Raptors, his 4th different West Coast League team he's played. And he will face Patrick Stark to open up the bottom of this 8th inning, followed by Reese Hernandez and John Peck in this contest. Right-hand hitter against left-handed pitcher in Tannen Mine. Deals and up high, ball 1 from Tannen, who pitches for Clark College. The 6'3", 245-pound Penguin for Clark has a 1-0 count against Patrick Stark. As we open up the bottom of the 8th inning, Stark takes a strike over the middle, and 1-1 is the count to Patrick. A home run on the weekend in his first at-bat. He tends to do best at the beginning of games so far. Just made his debut yesterday. He homered as his 1 hit. Today he singled as in his first at-bat. He doesn't have a hit since then. Now grounds a 2-hopper to Jack Thompson, and it's over his glove into left field. And Patrick Stark rounds first for what will probably be ruled E5 on the play. Stark into first base, and Reese Hernandez to the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. And they'll give him a base hit. So 10th hit of the ball game for the Raptors. Inside to Reese Hernandez, 1-0 from Tannen Mine. So Hernandez, the right fielder today, who got the day off yesterday, takes a pitch down and away, 2-0 from Tannen Mine. Hernandez has hit the ball hard in all 3 at-bats, but lined out, flew out, and again flew out, both times to center field. The line out to short. He's hit the ball to the deepest part of the park a couple times, and it stayed in. 2-0 pitch is a strike on a day where the park has not held a few balls. Ridgefield hitting 3 home runs, all out to right field in the wind-aided matinee here on Father's Day. Reese Hernandez from Santee, California. 2-1 pitch inside. He bends away from it and does the limbo to get underneath that pitch from Mine. Runs the count to 3-1. Wind blowing fairly hard towards right. Shifted direction a little bit where it's not going quite out to right field, but a bit more laterally across the field here at the Rourke. Tannenmine looks at the runner at first, throws a 3-1. It is outside. And Hernandez has drawn a no-out walk to put runners in first and second. John Peck to the plate. At a Pepperdine, getting his first home run of the season. To the bullpen in the 6th inning. He had no runners on base at that time. Now he's got a pair of teammates on the base paths. Medium-sized leadoffs at first and second for Patrick Stark and Reese Hernandez. John Peck on the first pitch takes it. It's down low, ball 1, and blocked by Jacob Cobb. Slides and prevents the runners from advancing. It's already an 8-2 ball game. Ridgefield leading, having matched their normal output in runs. They came in on the weekend averaging about 8 runs a contest and got held in check. Only run was scored by the newcomer and Patrick Stark in his home run. A 1-run output for the Raptors. The pitch up high to John Peck. 2-0 is the count. No outs, runners in first and second. An 8-2 lead for the Raptors. 3 hits yesterday by 3 different players, and 2 of them aren't in the lineup today. 2-0 pitch to John Peck is outside, ball 3. Yesterday, Kobe Morales had a double, but he got stranded. Patrick Stark had a home run. That was the only run. Bradley Priap had a single in his debut. He got stranded. And today, he's down in Newburgh watching his older brother get married. So that's why he's not playing today for the Raptors, but he hopes to be back with the club. Made his debut yesterday. 3-0 pitch. Misses to John Peck, and the bases have been loaded. Peck down to first base for his first walk of the day. Down to second base is Reese Hernandez, and Patrick Stark down to third, hoping to score his second run as a Raptor. To the plate will be Micah McDowell, but we may see a pitching change or at least a mound visit. Casey Dyer comes out to chat with Tannenmine. Does not look like anybody is throwing out in the bullpen, actually, so Tannenmine will stay in out of Clark College. Is yet to record an out in this relief appearance. Came in this inning. A couple walks and a single. And Micah McDowell at the plate, who has yet to record an RBI in his Raptors career. That could change here for the Oregon State Beaver. Has a single, a double, and has reached 3 out of 4 times today. Scored twice, an extra base hit, a stolen base. He's done pretty much everything. But RBI is one of the few things he hasn't yet done. So he'd like to get that under his belt. Steps in, the left-handed batter against left-handed pitcher. No outs, bases loaded. Tannenmine throws way outside, blocked by Cobb, and it goes into his glove and almost surprised him. He looked down at the mitt and looked like, is it in there? Yes, it is. Okay, good. And the runners do hold. The 6-run lead for the Raptors. 8-2 is the score. Bottom half of inning number 8. The Nighthawks will have their last chance next half inning with Brooks Dyer coming to the plate against Ben Larson or whoever may come out of the bullpen. The 1-0 pitch. Ben's in there for a strike. Nobody throwing in the bullpen right now for the Raptors, so most likely I think it'll be Ben Larson pitching the 9th unless someone is already hot and is just ready to come out and throw the warm-up pitches next inning. 1-1 pitch from Tannenmine, swung on and grounded to third. Jack Thompson will go to second. Infante Fields throws to first, not in time for the double play. And so it scores a run on a fielder's choice by Micah McDowell. John Peck is put out at second base. Patrick Stark scores. Reese Hernandez on to third. And it makes it a 9-2 ball game for the Raptors. Double play wasn't a bad call if he could get to, but Thompson also had the force out at home if he went to the plate. And the double play ended up just being a tad late, so in retrospect, yeah, the throw at home would have been the better option. But hey, take a shot at a double play, and it's a 7-run ball game now. Ridgefield continues their scoring ways. They've scored in every inning today other than the third. Pitch up high to Caden Connor, the next batter, who's got a single on the ball game, a walk, a run scored. So Ridgefield has scored in 5 innings in a row now. They had a 3-run 5th inning. They've scored 1 run in every other inning besides the third. Connor takes another pitch up by the letters. Ball 2 from Tannen Mine. Runner on first is Micah McDowell. Runner on third is Reese Hernandez. The batter, Caden Connor. With the wind continuing to blow somewhat hard towards right field. Not especially hard, but enough that it definitely impacts the trajectory of those fly balls out to right. 2-0 is the count from Tannen Mine with 1 out. Connor holds back on the strike. 2-1 is the count on a game that is 2.5 hours old now. Already 15 minutes longer than yesterday's contest, although both have been fairly efficient ball games. But this one more runs scored. 11 runs between these two teams, the Raptors having scored 9 of them. The 2-1 pitch inside, and Connor barely got out of the way of it. 3-1. Now to Caden Connor, steps out, takes a practice swing, and adjusts the batting gloves. It's runners on the corners for the Raptors. Caden Connor at the plate, looking for his first RBI of the ball game. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Tannen Mine deals 3-1. It is a called strike, so Caden Connor yet to take a swing in this at-bat, and now a payoff pitch will be coming from Tannen Mine. 1 out. Runners on the edges for Ridgefield. Bottom of inning number 8, already having scored 1 run this inning for the 3rd consecutive inning. Mine, the left-hander, comes set, and the payoff pitch is swung on and flared foul over the bleachers on the third base side. On a sunny day here in Ridgefield, 3 more home games this week, where it looks to be cloudy but dry the rest of this week, and temperatures up in the 80s, and then later in the week into the 90s. High of 97 next Saturday. Here's the payoff pitch from Mine, and doesn't swing on the outer corner. Caden Connor threw the bat away and was ready to go down to first for what he thought was a walk, but he'll have to go back to the dugout. Strikeout looking, and 2 away to bring up Will Chambers. He had 2 runners aboard in the 5th inning when he launched a home run. Chambers back to the plate with 3 RBIs, the home run. He's also drawn a walk. Yet to give anything for the fielders to deal with. He struck out twice, a walk and a homer, so nothing has found the mitt of any Northwest Star defensive player. Chambers takes a first pitch ball from Mine. He has batted left and right-handed today. He finally pulled a home run. He went opposite field for his first 3 homers, the first 4 if I'm not mistaken, and finally hitting left-handed. He hit one to right field for the homer, takes a big swing at the 1-0 and misses it 1-1. So he yanked it over the right field wall, right center on that homer, batting left-handed for his 5th home run of the season, his first 3-run home run. Had a couple solo shots in Yakima Valley as his most recent long balls. The 1-1 pitch down low and a bit outside. 2-1's the count to Will Chambers. Runners on the corners. A 9-2 lead for the Raptors. Bottom of the 8th inning and 2 outs. Chambers standing upright, holds the bat out towards Tannen Mine, and then once Mine comes set, Will Chambers brings the bat back, readies for the 2-1, doesn't swing, it's outside and high. 3-1 to Will Chambers. Second base is open. If he walks, it'll load the bases for Tafton Hensley. Chambers steps back in the box, waves the bat around, and will face a 3-1 pitch from Tannen Mine. Here it comes, swung on and grounded to short. Brooks Dyer fields on 2 hops, underhands to second, and that ends the inning for a fielder's choice. Ridgefield gets 1 run in the inning on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. And we head to perhaps the final half inning of this ball game. It is the Ridgefield Raptors 9 and the Northwest Star Nighthawks 2. To the top of the 9th inning we go.
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors Baseball, a great double play.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Top of the 9th inning here at the Rourke. It's a 9-2 score for the Raptors, leading ever since the 4th inning when Dominic Enbody launched a home run. And the Raptors have poured on the lead ever since, allowing no runs since the Nighthawks took a 2-2 tie in the top of the 4th inning, and the Raptors have scored in every inning since then. It's Andrew Trotman to the mound. Ben Larson going 1 inning, a scoreless frame. And it'll be a pinch hitter for the Nighthawks. Mason Masterson from Linfield University comes up. So Andrew Trotman comes in to pitch for the Raptors. Been a well-used pitcher so far this season. First pitch is hit on the ground to short, fielded by Cody Darcy. Throws on the run and safe. Pulled off Chambers off the bag. And it is an error on the throw to get the leadoff man, Masterson aboard. E6 on the play, 1 on, nobody out. And Jack Thompson to the plate. Jack has singled today. He's 1 for 4. Top of the 9th inning, 7-run lead for Ridgefield. No runs allowed since the 4th inning for the Raptors. A first pitch strike to Jack Thompson out of Lewis and Clark College. These two teams will play each other once more later this season. Runner on first, throw down to first. Good pickoff move from Trotman, but Masterson gets back. Andrew is playing for Clark College, so playing a lot of his teammates at Clark. This one is hit up in the air into shallow left field on the 0-1 pitch. Coming in is Hensley, and he makes the catch just a few yards beyond the infield dirt, hit high up in the air, and Hensley raced in for out number 1 in the 9th inning. 7-run lead for the Raptors. Andrew Trotman on the mound. First pitch to Travis Helm is a called strike. Actually a pinch hitter, Brendan Kimball, Clark College. So a pair of Penguins facing each other. Andrew Trotman on the mound with an 0-1 count. Throws down to first, and Masterson gets back. Andrew has made 7 appearances on the season, has an ERA of 3.85. Has pitched 9 1/3 innings, struck out 9 hits allowed. The 0-1 pitch fouled back. It's 0-2 from Kimball from Andrew Trotman. Runner on first, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. Ridgefield hoping to close out this 9th, take the day off tomorrow, and start out a series with a win against Yakima Valley on Tuesday here at the Rourke. Swung on and missed by Kimball, struck him out, throw down to first, and almost got him to end the game. Masterson gets back on the attempted back pick by Dominic Enbody. So Kimball strikes out in his pinch hit performance. Hector Infante is next up. Infante has walked a couple of times, flown out and struck out, an RBI walk back in the third. Faces Trotman, both from Clark College. Andrew throws one, and it's fouled down the right field line. 2 outs, 9th inning, Ridgefield leading by 7. This pitcher and hitter, both teammates at Clark College and former teammates with the Ridgefield Raptors, and Andrew also initially was on the roster with the Nighthawks before being pulled up. 0-1 pitch is outside to Infante. Hector also started the year on the Nighthawks, got pulled up to the Raptors, now back with the Nighthawks, so they've alternated as teammates and opponents and now facing against each other. It's a 1-1 pitch from Trotman, half swing, and did he go? Yes, he did. 1-2 is the count, and the Nighthawks down to their final strike. Two outs, runner on first. Andrew Trotman trying to close it out for the 7-run win for the Raptors. Throws, and on the outer corner, struck him out looking. And Trotman, a big smile on his face as he greets Dominic Enbody. Hector Infante takes it just barely on the outside corner. Infante waves to the crowd, appreciates the fans here at the Rourke. And it's been a good weekend as the Raptors get the win here on Sunday. 9-2 is the final score. Stay tuned for a post-game interview in a couple of minutes here from Ridgefield. 9-2 is the final. 10 hits on the day. And 10 hits on the games. With 10 hits on the game, for the post-game interview, we'll use the camera also for the, we'll get the post-game interview here in a minute. But Ridgefield getting 10 hits in the ball game. Good day for pretty much the whole lineup. Micah McDowell with a single and a double, and an RBI fielder's choice as well. John Peck, a solo homer. Caden Connor with a single, a walk, a run scored. Will Chambers with a 3-run home run. 1 run scored. 1 run scored. Tafton Hensley, an RBI fielder's choice, a walk and a single, and another run scored. Dominic Enbody, a solo home run in the 4th, also an RBI single in the 7th. Cody Darcy had a run scored. Patrick Stark, a pair of singles and 1 run scored. Reese Hernandez drew a walk in the ball game. And good work by Trotman and Ben Larson and Bo Kiersey and all the relief pitchers today for the Raptors, who came in and did good work today. Final score is 9-2 for Ridgefield. Ryan Harvey started out, went 1 inning. Then Thomas Blayhouse, an inning and 2/3, gave up 1 run. Jaron Hunter, 2 1/3 innings, 1 run. Bo Kiersey, 2 scoreless innings. Ben Larson, a scoreless inning. Andrew Trotman, a scoreless inning as well. And that's how we got to a 9-2 final score. Again, stay tuned just a couple minutes for a post-game interview. Not 100% sure who will come up, but whoever it may be. We'll chat before a day off tomorrow. Join us at 6:35 for the first pitch on Tuesday. And I think I see Luke Staten out in the crowd, who is just playing for Ridgefield, or a look-alike. I don't know if that is Luke, but he's also played for the Nighthawks this year as well. Fun guy, and went on the road trip down to Bend for the Raptors. Now Ridgefield is 8-4 on the year. They get their first non-league win here, so they're 9-6 on the year in overall record. But most importantly for West Coast League, Mark, they are 8-4, and we'll take that record into the Yakima Valley Series on Tuesday, where the Pippins got all 3 wins up in Yakima about a week and a half ago. 2 of them were pretty close games, an extra inning walk-off in the opener. And Ridgefield a chance to get some redemption and move ahead in the standings. They came in today with the lead in the Southern Division by a half game over the Corvallis Knights. In fact, let's see if we can get a look at the scoreboard around. I think that Knights game isn't until later this evening at 5 o'clock, but there is one game going on. It's the Bellingham Bells leading the Portland Pickles 5-0. A north-south affair in that one. We're going to talk with Patrick Stark here on the post-game show. Patrick, I'm going to hand you this headset here. Take that bad boy. Here's this. Here we go. Can you hear me here? I'll put the headset on there. Got to get the hair out of the way. Can you hear me there?
Yeah.
Good. All right. So Patrick Stark is with me here in the post-game show. A 9-2 final score. You had the home run yesterday, Patrick. How has it been getting your first 2 games in a Ridgefield uniform, getting on the field and getting some experience for a West Coast League team?
Yeah, it's been great. I'm one of the new kids. They're all welcoming, and it's been a lot of fun. And, I'm the younger one on the team, but everyone's being nice, helping me out, so it's been a lot of fun.
It was your very first at-bat for the Raptors yesterday when you launched it into the bullpen. I'm guessing you weren't thinking home run when you came to the plate, but what was that experience getting a homer in your first at-bat?
Oh, it was great. It's nice to get the first one out of the way. Don't got to worry about it anymore. Yep. Yeah, it felt really good.
Did you knew it was a home run off the bat?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, had to give it a little hustle.
Good. Okay. So get the win today, 9-2. You're playing your collegiate ball down in LA. You'll head to Loyola Marymount. You're from California as well, Redondo Beach. So how did you go from California when you'll go back to California, come up to Washington for the summer? How did you connect with the Ridgefield Raptors?
Well, kind of had to do with LMU. They set this up for me, thought it'd be a good place for me, and turns out it is.
Okay. Had you ever been to Washington before?
I've not.
No, okay. So first time here, gets a home run in his first at-bat. Have you gotten to see around at all? Or are you gonna explore? What are you looking forward to this summer?
A little bit. Heard there's a lot of nice attractions around here. Might have to stop by them.
Okay. And last thing for you, Patrick, just in terms of the rest of the summer and what you got looking forward to, what's something that you're going to try to be working on, something maybe your coaches have talked with you about, especially at the plate? What's kind of your goal for this summer?
I guess just put together good ABs, be patient, look for mine, and hit the ball hard.
If you keep hitting homers, you'll do good things, and Loyola Marymount will love you. Patrick, thanks for talking. Congrats on the win today.
Thank you.
All right, there's Patrick Stark. That'll do it for us here on a Father's Day broadcast for the Raptors, 9-2, the final score. Join us Tuesday, 6:35. Yakima Valley is in town. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Warden, signing off from the Rourke. All right, thanks, Patrick. Appreciate it.